took a beating yesterday on the wrap-up show, and with good reason. Now I realize why nobody talks to me. Ronnie must scare them all. Ronnie's out of his mind.
I wasn't sure what was happening there. What were they were sort of describing, like Ronnie clears the halls and makes people not talk to you?
That's what it sounds like. We were doing a show yesterday, and Artie's assistant, Teddy, who I think is a nice kid, and I don't know, he's always helped me. Like, I asked him a couple of questions. He volunteered some information. That's the extent of the interaction I've had with Teddy.
He's a good guy.
And according to Teddy, Ronnie pulled him aside one day and said, "Would you stop talking to Howard and don't bother him?" And
Ronnie said that to me. Ronnie said...
Here, listen. Here, why explain it again? This is from the wrap-up show.
When Ronnie, the limo driver, comes in and gives Teddy crap for getting too big for his britches, does he realize how much of a hypocrite he's being, or is he completely clueless?
Well, you know what, sir? I'm glad you brought that up, because Ronnie is another one who in Ronnie's life that had some success does he not think is too big for his britches?
Right.
Everybody on the planet. Ronnie eventually goes, "This guy thinks he's a big shit. He's done it with me." He's like, everybody, you know, see, everyone's got to get dressed down by him if something good happens to them. And clearly, Ronnie got me paranoid because he said... that
he was bugging Howard.
Yeah, and I don't want... what the fuck? I said, do not bug Howard with shit at all, especially about me, nothing.
You know, Ronnie, Teddy has never once bugged me. Why would you say...
I never told Teddy not to talk to me.
You told Artie.
I never told Teddy not to talk to me.
No, you told Artie not for Teddy to talk to me.
I did not.
That's what
Ron, you made me paranoid that one day. When you said, I'm walking Howard down and Teddy yells out, "Wish us luck in Miami," and Howard looked at me
didn't understand what he was talking about.
Howard doesn't even remember
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't play dumb with me now.
Because you interpreted my look.
You do this to me all the time, Howard. Why do you do this?
Going to say you're upset.
Why do you do this to me? You make me into such an asshole all the time.
You know you're an asshole.
No. It's not right.
Let me talk.
Yeah, of course. Let you talk.
You interpret whatever you think my look is.
No, it wasn't a look. We discussed it.
Listen
Howard,
to you.
We discussed it afterwards. We said, "Why did he come to us and say that?" You even said it to me.
And that made me mental.
Why do you make me look like an idiot all the time?
Well, why would you go to Artie and say to him?
I didn't tell Artie not to talk to him.
No, but you said that you speak for me, and you don't know a thing. I like Teddy.
Dude, I didn't speak for you. I didn't say anything that
what did he say to you, Artie?
But Ron, after you said that Howard and me gave each other a look like, who the fuck is this idiot talking to us? I got mental about it.
No, I didn't say that.
So I called Ted up and I said, "Listen, don't bug Howard."
We didn't understand why he came to him and said that.
Right, you assumed we didn't understand, but Howard's saying he didn't even know about it.
Oh, come on. He won't admit it. He doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Well, I don't know.
Ronnie, hold it. You don't know anything about me.
And I didn't tell him not to talk to you.
No,
I did. I talked to Teddy.
He told me as a result of your reaction. Listen to me. If I turn to you, I don't remember this particular incident, but if I turn to you and go, "Hey, I don't know what Teddy's talking about."
Of course you don't remember it.
Okay, wait a second.
It's always me.
But if I turn to you and say, "I don't know,"
I make this shit up in my head, I guess.
Did I tell you to go to Artie and say what you said to him?
No, I just happened to mention it to Artie. That's all.
Why do you speak for me?
I didn't
You're not my representative.
I didn't speak for you. When I went to Artie, I said to him, I didn't understand why
we
came. I said, what did I say?
You said me and Howard were going down to his car.
Exactly.
And okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what I remember, and you tell me where I'm wrong. And you said Teddy came up to us and said, "Wish us luck in Miami."
Yeah, I'm going to take Artie out and put him on the beach. Make sure he gets some sun. Make sure he enjoys himself.
Sort of just like goofy small talk or whatever. And you said, when he said that, Howard looked at me like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Yeah, that's my problem.
And when that happened, I went, "God, I got to talk to Teddy. I don't want him bugging Howard."
Okay. You know what?
You don't have to. As soon as you know I'm right, you walk out the door.
No, that's not true. I'm not walking out the door.
You don't need to go to Artie and tell him I don't understand something.
You do the same thing with everybody. You don't want to be the bad guy ever.
Fine, make me the bad guy.
No,
Ronnie,
dude,
don't make me anything.
Like a book, okay?
Don't
you can't tell me I don't know you.
You don't know me.
Yeah, okay.
Don't go up to Artie and say Howard doesn't understand why Teddy said it.
We didn't understand.
Well, there's no we. There's me and then there's you.
No,
you didn't understand.
Don't tell me we didn't discuss it.
I asked you to go tell that to Artie.
No, I didn't say you told me to go say it to
Artie.
Artie, okay?
Ronnie,
all I said was we couldn't understand why he came up to us and said that.
Whoa. Did I ask you to go to Artie and say we don't understand?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Why do you include me in we?
That we were
if I have a problem,
walking to the
I'll
elevator,
talk to Artie.
And you said to me, I looked at you, and you looked at me, and I said, "What was that all about?"
Did I ask you to do that?
I don't know.
Did I ask you to do that? Answer the question. Did I ask you to tell Artie?
You know what? I will not talk to you anymore at all. How's that? Isn't that
fine
better?
With that, but
isn't that better?
Don't change the subject.
No, I'm not changing the subject because you're making me look like an idiot, like this was never talked about. We talked
Ronnie,
about it.
If I told you I got a let's say I told you
you don't want to be the bad guy. Why don't you just admit it?
Not at all.
You never want to be a bad guy. It's everybody else has got to be.
Do you hear how crazy this fuck is?
No, I'm not crazy.
Robin, do you hear how crazy this fuck is?
It's the same. It's the same.
I don't want to be the bad guy. Did I say to you I don't want Teddy bothering me?
You say did I clear the hallways?
Yes, I told you to.
Gary comes to me and goes,
Ronnie, stop. You sound like a moron.
No, I don't sound like a moron.
You sound like a fucking dumbass who didn't graduate high school.
Yeah, okay.
Listen to me. Number one, if I tell you to clear the halls, I have no problem with that. You can tell the whole world that I told you to clear the halls. I don't want to be bothered with that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't need you going up to Artie and saying, we don't understand Teddy. There's no we. We're not a couple. You don't speak for me. You're not my representative.
I didn't say.
As far as me being a bad guy, I will be the bad guy every time and tell Artie to my face.
You're not a bad guy.
Hold it.
You don't want to be
I didn't ask you to be the bad guy. I didn't ask you to represent me. I didn't ask you to.
I wasn't trying to represent you.
You went to Artie and said, we don't understand why Teddy came up to us. No, you can say, I don't understand why Teddy came up to me. Do you understand the difference between we and you?
Okay, I guess I was walking by myself then.
But I didn't ask you to make a comment to Artie. I don't care if we're in an. I don't care if I get a blowjob in front of you. You don't have to go up to my girlfriend and tell her. You don't have to go and report on my comings and goings.
Oh yeah, like I really do that.
No, I'm saying you don't have to go up to Artie and say, Artie, guess what? Me and Howard.
How about good morning, good night? How's that?
Good.
How's that?
Good, because you don't even understand what I'm saying now.
No, I do understand.
Explain to me what I'm saying.
I don't want
to. Why? Because you know you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm always wrong. You're always right.
Okay, tell me how I'm wrong.
You're General Stern. You run the ship. Fine. You do what you want to do. I will not.
Do you understand the difference?
Hello. Goodbye.
What?
You know what, Ronnie? Do me a favor. If you don't understand, if it's going to come down to me being uncomfortable with hello, goodbye, don't be my driver anymore. What an asshole.
I have never. What's going on around here?
You know what? I'm done with him. I mean, this guy doesn't get it. I didn't ask him to go up to you.
See, when I talked to Teddy, this is what I said to him. I said, this is how the show operates. If Ronnie's telling me the truth and you really did annoy Howard, this is what happens.
I never said he annoyed me.
Right, it'll probably come out on the air. Howard will say, I'm fried, and here comes Artie's assistant annoying me. And you know what? If you did do that, you're going to have to deal with it on the air, and I can't save you. You know, that's how the show works. When Howard never brought it up, I was like, well, maybe it was Ronnie overreacting. And now it's clear that Howard didn't even know what happened. So when Ronnie said we, meaning him and Howard, I immediately got defensive.
Of course, he thinks I'm sending him in to have a meeting with him.
Right, I said, Ted, you represent me, don't bug Howard. And Teddy was like, he felt
Greg, do me a favor, walk away with the camera, okay? Do me a favor.
I got a Teddy who's afraid to talk to me because of Ronnie.
But Ronnie's interpreting looks now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, he thinks he knows.
Greg, do me a favor.
Here's what Ronnie does.
Okay?
Private with Ronnie, and I say to Ronnie, gee, I don't know what Teddy was just talking about. He interprets that now as he's going to go to Artie. He made a quantum leap, and this is what you see. And then he gets into, I'm never talking to you again.
I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right. He doesn't listen. He doesn't. He knows he's wrong.
He's on his own planet.
He's on Ronnie World, the same Ronnie World that had him go up at Bubba's wedding and start screaming out, "Let's fuck some whores."
Let's fuck some whores!
And then he doesn't listen when you try to explain things to him. That's why he doesn't learn. He can't listen.
And of all the things you might like, this is you're certainly gonna not lie about this. I mean, why would you bullshit and say I didn't see it when you did?
Things go on all day in my name that I don't know about. Like him coming up to you and going, "We didn't understand Teddy. We."
Oh, and I was so stressed out about it, too. I'm like, Ted, because I said, Ted, if you're going to get abused for an hour on the air, it's going to be shit I'm taking, too. It's going to be funny, probably, but that's how the show works.
I like Teddy. I never once asked Ronnie to approach you about this. Ronnie stands out in the halls and does the Ronnie show. And he thinks he's funny. And he's got a whole personality now where he's a smug, wise guy.
Well, you know what? Ronnie's head is getting too big.
Yeah. No, he's a smug asshole.
And you know what, Teddy, it sucks because Teddy caught unnecessary shit because the one thing I said to Ted when I hired him, I said, listen, if I'm talking to people in the studio like Howard, Robin, Fred, Gary, or even Benji about what's going on in that studio, like you can't interrupt that. You can't, like, I'll see your shit outside in the hall because with those main people, you can't really interrupt. And he seemed to know what I was talking about. And so when this happened, I really got pissed off at him.
Yeah.
And so it was...
No. It's completely... This is, again, Ronnie's persona of... he's a Weisenheimer. He's a tough guy, and he goes to, hey, we don't like when Teddy talks to us about this, and Teddy, what the hell was Teddy talking about? We didn't. If I say to Ronnie and I'm walking with the guy and I go, gee, I don't understand what Teddy's talking about, I didn't ask. He takes the quantum leap that he should approach you about it.
Now, that shouldn't have happened.
The other thing about it is very believable that you were fried and someone might have annoyed you. You know, it didn't sound so far-fetched. I didn't see the incident, so, you know, it was a believable thing. And, you know,
and then he gets here on the air, and he makes me uncomfortable because he doesn't listen. It was a small statement.
Yeah, I don't know how
need
it
to
blows up into...
Because he's not really with it. And he feels super criticized. And all I'm saying to him is, hey, do me a favor. Don't speak for me. Don't go to Artie and talk about Teddy.
You were wrong. You misinterpreted what I was doing.
Ronnie
What's the big deal?
Ronnie cannot take any criticism. And then he makes me uncomfortable.
And he's going to insist that he's right about what you were thinking.
There's nothing right about it.
You just don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be the bad guy. What does being the bad guy have to do with it? I wasn't looking to talk to Teddy about this.
Of all the places and people, Howard wouldn't mind being the bad guy. What would you give a fuck about Teddy?
He was gonna fix me and make things right for me because I don't want to be the bad guy. Look at that quantum leap.
Teddy's the one guy in the history of the show Howard's protecting. Like, no, I'm protecting Teddy.
I'm pretty sure if Teddy was annoying me, I could go up to Teddy and say, Teddy, stop annoying me.
Or you just say it right here.
Of course, on the air.
It was annoying.
And I totally expected that.
Ronnie knows me so well that he took care of things. Because did I say to him, Ronnie, I don't want to be the bad guy. You go talk to Artie about Teddy. No. If I had said that, okay, fine. Ronnie took care of things. But I got to tell you something. Knowing Ronnie's personality, he'd be the last guy asked to take care of anything to deal with Artie or Teddy.
Any sensitive thing.
Oh, and I had a knot in my stomach, too, because I had got back from the Miami trip. I was tired. I got off the plane late. Ronnie hits me with that. So the whole pre-show, I'm saying, okay, when is Howard going to lean over and say, what's with your fucking assistant? It's an hour.
Has anybody else been contacted by Ronnie because I don't want to be the bad guy about something?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I just want to straighten everything out right now.
I mean, you're getting to be like Prince. Don't look at him.
Yeah. And I'm fine with Teddy. Oh, you don't want to be the bad guy. No, if I ask you to go take care of something, that means I don't want to be the bad guy. I didn't ask him to take care of this. He just read my mind.
Yeah.
You know, now Ronnie's locked into Scott's studio. I hope he's listening. Because I really need him to get this.
Hiding in a room?
Yeah. I mean, I really need him to get this. Don't walk around saying Howard's afraid to be the bad guy, so I'm going to inform you of what the problem is.
You know, I don't know what... Ronnie's locked at Scott's studio, which is a whole other issue, but Richard and Sal are out there, like, knocking on the door on their hands and knees, sliding stuff on it. He's going to kill him.
He's locked. You all right, Ronnie? Open the door, you little whiny bitch. Yell at him, say, I got your breakfast. Put a piece of cheese like for a mouse. It's a little mouse. You're the scores girl. Yeah. You were outside. A scores doll. I have a scores dollar. Scores money. Here, this will get him out. We'll put scores money under the door.
What are you doing?
Scores money under the door. Don't put it under there, no kidding. Yeah, he'll take it. Hold it up to the window. Wait. Just keep knocking. Stay close. I'm scared. Get ready to run. Guy looks like he's lighting up. Remember when you light up an M80? It's like feeding a rattlesnake. It doesn't say Scott, it just says control. They have a locksmith or something? He's gonna go crazy.
Where is Ronnie's apology to me right now? I want it. I really do want one, Robin.
Oh, I think you deserve one.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
Where is he? This is crazy.
I'm gonna be in the shit house with him now forever.
You're not in the shit house. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna interpret it that way.
He should apologize to you too, then.
Ronnie,
Teddy's the one who caught shit.
Where's my apology?
Ronnie's not coming out, and
I demand an apology. Yes, Ronnie.
Fuck you.
Hey.
Everything bothers you, man.
That's right. It does.
Dude, I don't give a shit.
Well,
Dude,
I do.
Give a shit.
I give a shit.
I said that, so shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
dude, I don't even want to talk about it.
Fuck you.
Fucking piece of shit.
Where's
too.
the apology?
Fuck you. He loves to rip my ass apart.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. You're being an asshole.
I don't give a shit.
That's clear.
I don't give a shit. How's that? I don't want to make you feel bad.
You come in and give me an apology.
The last thing I want to do is make you feel bad.
What do you know? With your girlfriend, Scott the engineer? Hmm?
Yeah, right.
No, okay, so. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. Yeah, it bothers you. You goddamn piece of shit.
Oh.
You stupid asshole. You're a total asshole.
I don't think this is the kind of apology he was looking for.
It's hardly an apology.
What?
You are such an asshole. You know what? You know why nobody invites you to anything now? Because you're an asshole.
By the way, those are Ronnie drops.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, fuck you, too.
Oh, come on.
It's clear he's had similar arguments in his life.
Yeah, oh, bullshit, man. Don't bullshit me now.
Thank you, Ronnie. All right.
That's great. Who's doing that, Richard?
Richard.
Sal's on dildo patrol, so that must be
Sal's got a
Richard.
big, giant black penis on a stick, and he's waving it in Scott's door. Where is my apology, Robin? Why don't I get one?
Well, this is another thing that happens around here. You have a problem with the staff, and then you're uncomfortable walking through the hall.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work that.
Yeah, they all do that to me.
You should be fine. This is your house. They should be uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable in my house.
Hey, come on.
Come on, what?
I'm just trying to cheer you up.
Yeah, you're always trying to cheer people up.
I am.
You're so full of shit, too, man.
I was worried about you.
Seriously, you're such a phony.
Why?
You are such a phony.
I was locked in. You were locked away in that room.
Everything's for air with you. Don't
No,
tell me
it
you're trying.
Hey! Happy New Year! Cheers! Cheers! Woo-hoo! Man. Come on, Ronnie! Cheers! It's a party, Ronnie! It's a party around here! Hey!
I'm sorry.
Oh man, that was great.
I think he broke his hand.
What is this?
Never stops.
It's B-roll.
Yeah, B-roll.
Right, what's everyone's problem today? This is A-roll.
B-roll. B-roll.
All right, what's Howard's problem? He seems like he wants it both ways. Nothing?
What do you want, man?
I want you to react to what Howard
I
was
got
saying
nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Because anything I say is wrong anyway.
But you clearly think he's out of line for, you know, for
Whatever. Dude, he's right. No, I'm wrong.
He doesn't want to be the bad guy.
No, he's right. He's right. I'm wrong.
Bottom line?
He's right. I'm wrong.
You all right?
Could you pull that tape?
There's nothing wrong with me.
You look like you're upset.
I'm not upset.
You were cursing.
Ronnie?
Who was I cursing at?
I sort of tagged you on that whole
Who was
thing
he?
by mistake. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You got a TV show now, you fucking asshole.
You're right.
That's all you ever looked for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the way you are.
Yeah, but you're also a TV star now.
That's the way you are.
You got something out of it
Everybody's
too.
got their own agenda here.
You're a TV star though, so
I didn't
it
realize
works for you too.
Everybody's got their own agenda.
Bringing up your name was going to lead to this whole thing.
Yeah, well, hey.
Sorry. I still love you,
Can I
Ronnie.
kiss
Yeah.
your cheek, Ronnie?
No.
Give him a kiss.
Please.
Make him feel better.
No.
Give him a
See,
kiss.
here's Doug producing his TV show again.
Give him a kiss.
Can I just kiss it?
He's producing his TV show again.
Kiss his ass. Like, kiss his ass instead.
Dude, will you go away?
Let me just.
Don't touch me with your dirty hands.
It's not dirty.
No, you are dirty.
Come on,
You're
give me a
dirty.
hug. Give
You're
me a
dirty.
hug.
Go
Give me
away.
a hug.
Go produce your TV show, okay?
I am right now.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Oh, now you heard Lisa.
Oh, why'd you push me in
Yeah, Lisa, HR, you know where that is? Go to HR.
Horny Ronnie. Go to HR. Horny Ronnie.
Dude, don't touch me with your dirty hands. You smell. You stink. You don't clean yourself. You don't brush
Oh, look at him.
Scott, give him a hug.
No, you don't. Everybody says you stink.
Well, everybody says you're a jerk, are they?
That's good, whatever. Let them say what they want. The girl's trying to eat her eggs. Leave her alone. Sally wants a hug.
He does? Yeah, he has. He requested it. No way. He's going to kick my ass. I'm not giving him a hug. But I love you, Ronnie.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Ronnie, I heard Richard and Sal were fucking with you good. I got it on tape.
Whatever.
What'd they do to you?
They got these popper things. They were popping them in my face.
Let me see. Here's Ronnie walking down the hall. I don't hear any sound. Oh, there it is.
You walked away in that room. For air with you. Don't tell me you're trying.
Oh, man.
Ronnie's so fun to fuck with.
He can't take it.
It's like a kindergarten school.
Right. It's like after you get reamed.
Like 2 weeks.
He was locked in Scott's studio for like 20 minutes.
Is this where he tackles Sal?
Yeah, this is the Howard TV stuff that I love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ronnie in action.
Woo.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Sal does seem like that kid you knew in school who would get you so mad you just wanted to rip his head off. He's laughing through
And
the
that's
whole
all he
thing.
does is laugh.
We had Scores funny money we were putting under the door to try and lure him out of Scott's studio.
That'll get him out of there, trust me.
No, I don't need it.
Oh, the worst is when you go out there and these guys are all trying to beat you, and they you know, they're too excited, they're running around. But you know, I'm happy to do it.
What was it like hearing Duffner being on the show? I mean, were you happy for him? Were you jealous as hell? Combination of both?
I was happy for him, but I was so jealous. I mean, I grew up with this show, and to see Duff on here was brutal. But you know, I thought he did a good job. But you know, it was tough. Yeah.
Keegan was telling me in the green room before that, you know, before you hit it big on the tour, you have to sort of drive. What do you call it? The Hooters tour?
Yeah. Well, at the time it was the Hooters tour. Yeah.
You have to drive yourself around. So that's when you were listening to the show a lot, right?
Yeah. When I was on the Hooters tour, I didn't have a lot of money, and I drove around a Ford Focus with the mirrors were taped on, the whole thing, and I bought a portable Sirius player, and you know, you guys were the guys who kept me company. I'd have to drive from Georgia to Texas and by myself, and I just replay the show over and over. And like I said, you know, when I was down or had a tough round, you turn on Howard Stern, and it kind of reminded me of being home, and it relaxed me a little bit.
As a longtime fan, you'll probably say Howard, but other than Howard, who's your favorite? Like, who's the guy on staff that you sort of like when he comes in and you hear him, and who's the least favorite, like you want to turn it off?
I love Sal. I get to meet Sal and Richard today. I was shocked to see how normal the two were when I met them, but I love those two. The guy who drives me the most crazy is probably Benji, a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of times he's joking around too much, but you know, I love him too. It's tough for me to say anything negative about this show.
Now, did it surprise you that this guy over here wants to make out with me for 15 seconds so he can sit on the couch during Metallica when they come in?
Not one bit. Listen, I would be surprised if these two are doing anything.
I bet Scott DePace would make out with Keegan right now.
No, thank you. No. Would you make out with Keegan to play a round of golf?
No.
Hey, we'll do it anyways. We'll get it. We'll play around.
I wouldn't grab his ass to play around the golf.
But you touched Casey's cock for an Xbox.
I didn't touch his cock. It was his leg, and then when I got
your pinky on his dick.
When I got to his underwear line, I said, "Oh, I feel his underwear," and he goes, "That's it, I'm out."
What about if you got to like caddy at the Masters or something like that? Would you do that?
Par 3 contest at Augusta.
I would love to do it, but not for anything gay.
Par 3 contest at Augusta. He just said
pretty good. What do I have to do?
Oh man, you can make out with Richard. I'll do it.
No, I don't think so.
I want to ask Keegan about what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, all the Baba Booeys on the tour, and you're different because you're such a fan. You've actually been encouraging people to do it to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take credit at all for the Baba Booeys because clearly this show is humongous. But you know, earlier this year, I was egging people on Twitter. I was like, Howard Stern fans, scream out Baba Booey to me, and at the Ryder Cup, which is a huge event, team event, USA, I really wanted them to yell, and that I feel like that was the tournament that it really started to go crazy. But I encourage it. I love it. I feel bad for Ian Poulter saying something not to say it because he's going to get it really bad.
He's asking for it,
especially this week here in New York or New Jersey. He's screwed.
Is there anybody else that on the tour that it drives crazy, like a guy that can't stand hearing that kind of stuff?
Well, I think the majority of the guys hate it, but I love it. I encourage it. Most of the time when I get to the first tee, my player that I'm playing with will go, this is going to be brutal playing with you with all the Baba Booeys we're going to hear today. So, but it's cool for me to just be a part of the show, and people are way into it.
But what percentage of them know what it is? Does like Tiger, is he aware of the show?
Well, he he's asked me that he's the guy who came. I played with him at the PGA the first 2 rounds, and he came up to me on the first tee and he goes, "There's going to be a lot of Baba Booeys with you today." he's asked me before what a Baba Booey is. And, you know, I most of the time they don't know, but sometimes I feel like they do know, and they're just trying to be cool about it.
Somebody had a hilarious idea at the meeting the other day. They said, Gary, you should go to this tournament this week in Jersey and yell out, "Me!" Me.
But does the PGA give you guys any direction? Because, you know, we keep reading these articles from, especially these old school golf guys, that, it's bad for the game, it's bad for the game. But then I keep reading a lot of articles. Like there was a great article last week that said Howard Stern is good for the game of golf because he's talking about it, he's bringing people to watch the game. But do the PGA guys give you any ruling on whether you should, say anything about it?
I think it's great for the game because I feel like the Howard Stern audience isn't exactly the guys that are tuning into the tour. So I think it's great, but it's definitely gotten really crazy over the past month. It's gone from a lot to even more to now it's every shot. I mean, I get 300 holes sometimes in a major tournament. For me, it's really cool because I'll get like super obscure ones. Like they'll yell out Darth Nihilus or Fire Benji or like crazy, like obscure Howard Stern. Like if somebody yelled it, no one would have a clue what the hell they're even talking about.
My life's annoying.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Are there any other Stern fans on the tour?
There are for sure, but you know,
closeted.
Actually, on my PGA Tour profile, I list Howard as one of my idols and one of my favorite things. And I guess our publicist for our agency, or I don't even know if that's what you would call him, but he came to me and he said, "Listen, I really don't think that this is a good thing. We should take him off." And I was like, "Hell no, keep it on there." So I'm very proud of being a Howard Stern fan.
And when you guys are playing, I mean, you're pros. You're blocking most of that stuff out, I would imagine. I know it's affected some guys maybe once in a while, like it was written about Sergio and a lot of, but when you're playing, you're in the moment. And I guess you love it because afterwards you kind of take it as a congratulatory thing. So I would imagine it's not as distracting to you as it may be to other people. Or is it not at all because you're so focused on what's going on?
I don't find it distracting at all. I feel like if people are talking about it, they're going to get distracted by it. People wait till you hit. And even if they don't wait till you hit, if you're not focused in enough and hear that, you're in deep trouble anyways. I think they're fine.
We were talking about this last week. I don't want to get too deep into it, but do you think that golf is like baseball? In other words, if somebody's throwing a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to Big Papi, everybody's cheering, right? He can block that out. Do you think that that it's just too old school? Do you think that one day people will yell during an entire golf tournament, and should it matter?
Well, that's the thing. If we grew up with golf where people were yelling and stuff, it wouldn't be that bad. It's just like if one person yells, it could screw you up. If everybody was yelling, it'd be totally fine.
Like white noise.
I think it'd be great. There's certain tournaments like in Phoenix, it's crazy, and it's kind of like that.
I can't imagine when the Ryder Cup comes out to Bethpage, that's going to be nuts here. Because I'm guessing Philly, Long Island, around here, that's where you hear it because that's like the heart of the Stern Show crew.
Yeah, I get it the most in the Northeast, but I get it all over. I mean, I got him at the British Open in Scotland.
What?
I mean,
we were saying Baba Booey isn't a thing till it gets to the British Open. It got there?
It got to the British Open. That was when Howard did his golf video.
Right.
And I did an interview with 𝗦𝗁𝗲 over in Scotland, and people were screaming it there. I mean, it's an awesome thing. I love it. I'm trying to encourage him to do it more and more.
Let's talk about that video. Can he hit a ball 300 yards?
Come on, be honest.
Well, Howard's my idol. If anybody could do it, it's him. Put it that way.
You sound like a North Korean.
Yeah.
Because Scott here insists there's no way he's hitting it.
I'm putting that thing at 160 yards.
I'm too scared to go against Howard, but I put it this way. I couldn't see where it ended up. It'd be very difficult for him to do that.
Now, Whack Packers, you got a favorite there?
Well, I'm from Vermont, so Bigfoot's my favorite. I absolutely love him, but you know who I love, we haven't heard in a while, is Crazy Alice. Is she still around? Or?
She is. I don't know what she's up to.
Yeah, I recently on the satellite years, I was hearing some Artie versus Crazy Alice clips that I just loved. I love her.
Frank in Jersey, welcome to the wrap-up show. Frank, are you there? All right, Frank sounds like Robin this morning. Gary, what happened with Robin and the ISDN, and how would you explain Scott's explanation of the problem?
Scott Salem.
Yes, Scott Salem.
What happened? What happened was the box that we used to transmit to got fried, which can happen. There were a couple of mistakes made along the line, but I think today was a prime example of, and I think Jim McClure got to see it firsthand, of how Scott has one gear. That's it. The place is fucking burning down. He moves at the same rate.
Can
One of the best things ever was, when we worked at K-Rock, Scott, the engineer's studio, was as far from our on-air studio as could be. And one of the things that Gary changed when we came here was that he made sure Scott had the closest office to the studio because Scott walks so slowly.
But you've seen it. You've seen it, right?
Oh my God! It's infuriating, man. It is like a shuffle. It's like he's slow. My wife accuses me of somehow slowing down when I walk across the street. She's like, "It's like you want to be hit." That's what Scott does on the way to the studio. It's like a slow shuffle.
The story where Evan was trying to fix something. He goes, whoa,
easy.
The show was about to start, and Evan's running around like a maniac trying to get it fixed. And Scott goes, "Slow down, Evan. Easy, Evan. Easy."
But anyway, so Rob was on the phone for the first 2 hours, and I have to say, considering what happened, we, our staff recovered pretty nicely. I mean, we got her on pretty quickly because she wasn't around the corner.
Did you expect Howard to freak out a lot more than he did?
I expected Howard to really freak out, and I couldn't really blame him. But you know what? He sort of put it out of his head. He moved ahead with the show. Rob was on the phone. It wasn't that bad, and we got it rectified. Actually, I gave Howard an ETA of 8 o'clock. I think we got it fixed by 7:40.
Keegan, did you stay away from Scott's studio there and avoid the black cloud?
One of the coolest things about coming up here is seeing how close everybody is together. Because when I'm listening and you're hearing stuff going on, it's amazing how everyone's in a room together. Scott's here, Sal's there. I got to meet Scott. He didn't stand up. He just gave me a wave from a distance.
Did you go in his room though?
I'm not going in there before the Barclays next week.
And do you think Scott is competent at what he does and everyone breaks his balls, or do you think that he's just not very good at what he does and he has no sense of putting you on the spot, but he has no sort of sense of urgency like the guys are saying?
Well, I mean, growing up over the years, hearing the way he does stuff, I don't know. But for me, I love when Howard gets on Scott. I love when Howard gets pissed at people. I think it's the most fun part of the show.
Somebody told me a story once, and again, it talks about how like Baba Booey gets to golf, how phrases from the show get out there. Somebody said they were at a show at the Beacon. I mean, it's Allman Brothers or something, and somebody went to play the guitar that wasn't plugged in or something, and somebody just yelled "Scott!"
But what would you do? What would you do if you show up? You're at the Barclays, right? And you turn to your caddy and you say, "Give me the 9-iron." He goes, "Oh fuck, I forgot to check the bag this morning."
Yeah, he'd be on the street,
right? There wouldn't even be there. Yeah, exactly. Scott, you're a lucky guy.
Well, get down here. Let's arrange our big match we're gonna have.
I sent the note out last night to tell the three people I thought who needed to know that Keegan was coming, which was John, you, and Will. And Will sent the note back, was very excited. And now he's
Will sent me
he's too cool. He's trying to be.
He's working.
Will was the first guy from the show to reach out to me, and that was really cool. And then the night before Duffner was on, he sent me a message. He's like, "Do you know any cool stories about Duffner?" I'm like, "Oh shit, is Duffner going to be on the show tomorrow?" So I texted Duffner. I'm like, "You going on the Howard Stern show tomorrow?" He goes, "Yep." Give me. I was just devastated. So I just remembered I never responded to it because I got so flustered.
We all know that you didn't respond to him, by the way, because Will told us that you didn't respond. He's like, "Oh man, did I screw things up with Keith?" No. It's like that Seinfeld with Keith Hernandez. He's helping you move. He's driving to the airport. They're kind of getting there with the relationship.
So do you have any good stories about him?
Well, me and Duff. I didn't know him at all, and then we were in the playoff, the PGA together, and I ended up beating him, and that actually we became good buddies after that. And he's a really good dude, and I'm so happy for him to be on the show and to win the tournament. But I was a little bit jealous of him being on the show. But he claims to be a big fan. I don't know. I don't want to think that he is, but maybe he is.
Are you the guy that started the Duffnering?
Yeah, I did. He posted a picture of him at some school. It's looking like Duffner sitting there like a sloth. And I said for people to send in pictures of him doing a Duffner, and I called it Duffnering, and then it went global. It started trending everywhere.
Well, Keegan said he felt bad. He didn't hit you back up when you hit him up when Duffner came in.
Well, it's a funny thing because, I wrote him, and then I'm like, oh, shit, maybe he doesn't know that he's coming on the show, and, Duffner wanted to keep it a secret. Keegan just tunes in one day, and there he is. But it's all good.
Yeah, I was devastated. I got too flustered. I forgot to text him back. I actually I set my alarm in the morning to listen to the show, and I turn on my Sirius radio in my house, and it says Howard Stern Show with PGA champ Jason Duff.
Well, I was telling Keegan, it really was sort of like the perfect storm of everything because all the Baba Booeys were happening. I was like, if Keegan would have won the tournament, he'd have been in. Anybody who won the tournament would have been our guest because it was just interesting time of for golf for the show.
But Gary can tell I was pushing hard for you to come in.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I get it.
What how many golfers have we had on the show? John Daly, and we didn't have Daly on because he was a golfer. We had him on because he's crazy.
He was great because the first thing he got to the green room and he goes, "You got any beer?" And we had a beer, so we got him on.
I think he's one of the only people who ever smoked in the studio.
Yeah. He was one of the first serious guests, wasn't he? Wasn't it?
He was
early
serious.
on?
He was on pretty
early on.
And I remember him saying, like, if you were allowed to drink on tour, he would be the best golfer, bar none, like of anyone, because he's just nasty, I guess, when he starts drinking.
Yeah.
Have you played with him?
I haven't played with him, but I know him. He's a super good guy. Nobody's got a bad thing to say about him. But he's had a tough career. But people love him. He gets a ton of sponsor exemption. He still plays a lot.
Chris in Connecticut, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Keegan, I'm a huge fan, dude. I love watching you play on Sundays, especially.
Oh, thanks, dude.
But I want to ask you, you ever crank one out to the show, either on the radio or on Howard TV?
Oh man,
back in your car.
Hey, listen, I'm a big fan. I don't know if I've ever done that, but I'm a big fan.
All right, thanks for checking in.
He doesn't need to
Chris.
if you've seen his girlfriend, by the way.
Did you see someone on the tour just got engaged to Paulina Gretzky? Did you know that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson, right?
Yeah, Dustin's one of my good friends. So is Paulina. They've been together for a while. I was shocked that they got engaged, but he said he was going to wait till I did, but that didn't work out. It was about a week ago. So, But I'm happy.
Does that crank up the pressure with you now because he did it?
A little bit, but I'm not quite ready for that. But they're good. They're good together. They're going to be fine.
Will she slow down on all those pictures? She takes pictures like lingerie pictures all the time. And
yeah, she does.
Her dad could slow her down. But
He's tried.
It's funny because when Duffner won, I was watching the end of that tournament, and I saw his wife standing next to a bunch of the old dudes, and I go, oh, look at one of those old dudes got this hot trophy wife. And then when I saw Duffner, I was like, damn, that's, you gotta become a golf player to get some good-looking chicks. She was cute.
Yeah, there's always
She's
something
hot.
about a guy that can, like Duffner, who's not, you wouldn't call him very attractive, I guess. I don't know. But there's always something about a guy who's got a super hot wife or girlfriend that you're looking at like, what's going on here?
Exactly.
He's got something that you don't know about.
Well, it's funny because he's got a little bit of a paunch, and he's got that lax bro haircut, with the wings on the side.
Yeah, she's a super cool chick too. She's awesome.
I think she was scared to come up here because I saw she was doing all the other media tours with him, but she didn't make it up here. With
I was shocked to see because I thought for sure she'd come in to see Howard. If he could call her in, but I saw she didn't come up. That was definitely planned. I guarantee it.
Now, would you prep him at all? Would you tell him what to say, what not to say, or did he handle himself well, or did he need a little bit of coaching there?
He handled himself well. Duff is an interesting guy because if he was his total self, he'd be so good on the show, and I think he was to an extent. But I was hoping that Howard, it would be like a 5-minute interview and Howard kick him out, but he did he did a great job.
He had a lot of the PGA guys up with him, and I think that they were sort of giving him a little bit like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. But they were thrilled. They were so happy.
Was there any fallout from Duffner calling out Sabatini like that?
Well, that was a little shocking, but that's why he was so good on the show, was he was so honest about everything. Yeah. So yeah,
we were guessing like everybody's got to hate, like to actually name a name, like there's got to be consensus there that Sabatini's just not a guy that you like on the tour. Like,
right, and it's golf so different where you don't have a team and you're playing against one specific team. You're playing against the whole field. So it's tough. Like guys that are super competitive, like Rory is, he might not want to be that friendly to guys on tour because we might go up against them on Sunday. But, there's a few guys out there that are a little different.
Is golf a sport where you need to hate your opponent to win?
Well, it's a little different, but on if I'm going up against Jason, who's one of my good friends on Sunday, I'm going to want to kick his ass. So it's different. It's circumstantial because in a few weeks we're going to be playing on the President's Cup team, which is a team event USA, and then we're partners. So it's definitely a different dynamic than basketball or baseball.
But if you guys are in the finals together, and so and say you're playing in the same foursome, do you guys is like chatting off the table now? It's like you go do your thing and I do my thing. I don't want to deal with you right now.
On Sunday, if you're going to win the tournament, probably not a lot of chat. I don't like to do a lot of chatting.
Yeah, see, that's weird, because whenever I play with Will, like, if a hole goes by, we don't talk to each other, it would be odd. I'd be like, what the fuck?
But you're not playing for millions of dollars.
I know, but I still would be like, hey, man, if you fuck that shot up or whatever.
Yeah. These guys put $10 a hole, the pace puts down a cigar so he can pot.
Hey, Howard sounded disappointed in you that you decided not to go to the University of Texas at Austin today when they were talking about Suffolk Community South.
Well, it wasn't that he was disappointed. He was trying to imply that I was too stupid to get into anywhere else. I applied to a bunch of different colleges, and UT I got into, and I wanted to go there, but I didn't have the money, and I was going to go live with my brother and my sister-in-law, and then they moved back up to New York, and I was too afraid to go to Texas by myself. Plus, living in the dorm, I wouldn't have been able to afford that.
And Sal does think funner is a word. You know that.
Well, he looked it up on Google, which is the be-all, end-all.
Yeah, that's all you have to say about Sal. Craig in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, happy 8/19. Anyways, I was at the Akron tournament, and I saw Keegan there, and I gave him the Fire Benji, and he's really good at, like, kind of giving you a little sly look like, I'm on to you, I know I heard you, but he won't do it, like, he won't announce it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost like you're in like this fraternity or club, and like that's the password. So like when somebody yells out "Baba Booey," you kind of look at each other and give you like a little nod, like yeah, I get it. Like they know what's going on. And the cool ones are the really obscure ones, like the Comic-Con and all that crazy stuff. Like I get some of the weirdest ones, and it's funny because nobody has a clue what the hell they're even talking about.
Has anyone ever yelled out "Video Caddy"?
I don't think they have. Now they will.
Yeah, exactly. When you're listening to the show, you want more Fred? You want to hear him talk, or you think it's the right amount right now?
I love Fred. I want more Fred. He's the only guy I got to see as I was walking out of here, and but I love him. These guys, like I said, I feel like I've grown up with this whole show and everything that goes on in the show. So just seeing Fred is just so cool.
And what about Robin? Like, how would you describe the chemistry that Howard and Robin have?
I mean, it's really cool to hear Howard talk about how important Robin is to the show, because you think that Howard would be, I could just do this by myself and blah, 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 but he's so adamant about Robin and Fred and all you guys that it shows why the show is so successful, because he doesn't think that it's just him, which is really cool.
Did you get to meet JD?
I got to meet JD. I got to meet everybody. It was so cool. I just seeing the back office that you hear about so much on the show and all the craziness that goes on back there. It was awesome.
Hey, Gary, did JD give the cold shoulder, or was he?
Well, so here's the funny thing. So I had just brought them out. JD had his glass door closed, and I just brought Keegan and his buddy to right outside the door, and Howard had asked me something, so I had to run into my office to answer the question. And when I came back, like, JD hadn't budged. I know he can sense there's somebody out there. Did he turn around and look at you before?
Yeah, he big timed me a little bit.
How so? That's his move.
He was kind of like leaning back in his chair. He was doing his thing, and we were standing out there, but that's how I kind of wanted JD. The big time, he makes it even better.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we hit a lot of different things. We talked about John Legend's performance in the studio. We talked about Alexander and the party he's throwing on the Manhattan Bridge. And, of course, we talked about wheelchair athlete Eric the Midget. Lots of topics, lots of fun. Here we go. Let's talk about I was going to say legendary, but it doesn't make sense yet, John Legend, but what a talented, smart guy. And I know him as a musician, and I've heard him play on a lot of stuff, but I don't know a lot of his original stuff. And really good guest, I thought. Hit it off with Howard, but he's had the greatest life in terms of who he meets and how things turn out for him.
I thought Howard hooked into the right thing. He's like had a charmed life. But by the way, he's not a dick. You know what I mean? Some people have a charmed life or a dick. I thought he came across as a really down-to-earth guy. But, good-looking guy, unbelievably smart, unbelievably talented, can sing and play piano, beautiful girlfriend. His parents got divorced, but met the right people, like a really damn charmed life.
Yeah, 19 years old, meeting Lauryn Hill when she was making Miss Education. I mean, the timing seemed to work out really well for him.
I thought there was an interesting moment, by the way, when Howard said, how much did you get paid for being on that record? And he said $500, and Howard's like, oh my God. But, those are session musicians, and nobody knows if that nobody's shelling out, thousands and thousands. You know if that record's going to be a hit. For him, it was a stepping stone. But I know you think back on it like, oh, you're on that record, you must be a millionaire.
He did a couple things when he came in before the interview started. One, he shook everybody's hand that he saw.
Which went a long way with Will, who is Mr. Cynical.
That's right. And then sat down at the piano, the tuned piano. We'll talk about that in a second. Play something for 15 seconds, and you're just like, wow, this guy, I mean, he's the real deal. But what a talented guy. In terms of the piano, Howard talked about it getting tuned up this morning. Was that okay? Did that work? Did that all work out for the best?
So much angst this week. I thought this was going to be a quiet week. Yesterday Robin's ISDN wasn't working, and so I come in this morning, and Scott informs me at like 5:28 that. So when, just so people know, when somebody plays the piano, whether it's Lady Gaga or Billy Joel, the piano has to be brought in, and it needs to be tuned that morning. If you tune it yesterday, it may not stay in tune today because temperature and humidity affects it. You want it to be perfect. So we bring in a piano tuner right before the show, and they're supposed to know that they have to be out by 5:30, and it has always worked out. Today, I don't know if the guy was late or if it was just he needed to work on the piano longer, but Scott tells me at 5:28 he's going to be another 15 minutes. Now, Howard usually comes to the studio at 5:30. That time is very precious, and I'm playing him stuff, so it's hard for me to play Howard stuff.
Let me stop you. 5:28, Scott tells you it's going to be 15 more minutes. Does something go off, and Scott, you can come talk about this if you want to, in Scott's mind saying, Garrett, we're pitching stuff at 5:40. That's not going to work.
No.
Or does he put that on you?
He puts it on me. He puts it on me. So I go to talk to the guy, and the guy goes, "Oh, no, I need the time. I need the time." So I'm sitting in there, and I'm thinking, how am I going to pitch to Howard while he's going ding, 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 ding on a fucking key like 50 times, which is exactly what he was doing. So Scott and I got into like an argument. And for me, Scott feels like I'm just yelling at him, but I want Scott to be sympathetic, sorry, any of the above.
And you didn't sense any of that coming from him?
No. It's just like, hey, tough shit, what are you going to do? So we got into it today. I told him, I go, could you just shut up? Which is a terrible thing to say to somebody. I apologize to Scott afterwards. And but we finally came to the conclusion that somebody should come in and do these things at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they have to be clear of the studio by 5.
That makes sense. And to defend Scott for a second, he was doing his job. He was trying to get it done, but it wasn't working out timing-wise.
Right. And whoever booked it, which isn't Scott, but again, I can't think of everything. You have to think of like, hey, we got to have this cleared. Let's not cut it so close.
Frank and Comac, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everything?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Listen, I've been a John Legend fan forever, and every single time I hear him, he sits down at that piano, he plays those big open chords. He's an aficionado beyond. And his version of Dancing in the Dark, I think, is almost as good as Bruce's slow piano version of Thunder Road. That's how great I thought it was.
I get what you're saying, and it's interesting because I think, are we still working on that special, Steve, the cover special?
Yeah, we'll have it soon.
We're working on a special of
It's the staff picks their favorite cover songs.
And one of the things that we talk, even when I remember talking about this when I worked with a guy at the record store who was a big Beatles fan, for me, a note-for-note cover doesn't do a thing for me because I can hear the original. So if you're going to cover something, you have to take it and make it different, and that's a really hard thing to do because sometimes you make it so different that you've now fucked it up. And so it's hard to take a song that's iconic, make it different enough and make you like it.
And you're tackling a Springsteen song.
Right.
With you as a Springsteen aficionado, if you're going to do it, you better do it right.
Well, I went out to that Bruce Springsteen Music Cares thing, and that's where I saw John Legend do it. And we have this email list of about 50 people that are all big Bruce fans, and we all like meet at different concerts and stuff. It's very strange. And it goes from, presidents of record companies to like plumbers. It's just all of us are just crazy Springsteen fans. So when I told them that I booked John Legend and he was doing that song, they could not have been happier, And I liked John's whole rap on I did it, and I was waiting for Bruce to go.
And he heard nothing.
Because I get that. You're like, hey, I'm doing something. I think I'm doing my best. Just say something one way or the other.
Yeah, and let's give Questlove some credit here because he's extremely talented, as you know, and he did this for Fallon, and it ended up he performed at that thing you went to. That list you're talking about, though, is that like the Alexander list? Like you don't know who's on it, but then you can be invited to it?
Well, you don't know who's on it. You don't have to be invited to it. I will tell you somebody that got invited off it.
Who?
Jimmy Fallon.
What happened?
He wanted to get off the list.
Too many messages going back and forth?
Yeah, because what happens is everybody's a representative of the show. So if somebody one of the 50 people, because a lot of people go to a lot of shows, if they happen to be in Rome, then they will start by saying, hey, I'm in Rome, show starts in half an hour, and then they'll send out an email, first song, second song, third song. So I do remember when Jimmy got on the list, it was a period of time where Bruce was playing like every night. And even I would go I'd be sitting in my living room and I'd hear like ping, 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 and I go, I got to turn the fucking sound off on this.
So Jimmy bailed. And wow, that is geeky. But I get it. I totally get it.
And I don't blame him, by the way. I was almost ready to get off.
But you stuck with it.
Yeah, no, it's a good group of guys. We actually, this is how funny it is. We met, we were all at the Springsteen thing in LA, and we don't always all get together. In fact, so I don't know some of the guys on the list. So one of the guys that was with me said, he sent out a list. He says, if you're here, meet in the lobby in 10 minutes for a picture. And 25 guys showed up.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing. We took a great picture.
Sounds a little bit like chess club in high school, though.
Well, at least it's Bruce instead of chess.
That's true. Do you remember anything else from that concert?
I do. Mumford & Sons did a great version of I'm on Fire. Natalie Maines and Ben Harper did a killer version of Atlantic City. A lot of people, Neil Young did a very strange version of Born in the USA, like a very funky, metally, fuzzy version. Sting played. There were some country people who got up and did one step up and two steps back. That was great. But then Bruce got up and did like 7 or 8 songs.
Wow.
Of his own, or did he do
No, of his own.
I'm kidding. Krista in Denver, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi. I just wanted to call and say I just think Howard is an amazing interviewer. And, you know, even though there's only 2 shows a week, I think they're amazing. They're quality shows. And it's a testament to him. And it's a testament to all of you guys just keeping us entertained when you guys are there. So.
Well, thank you. I think for me, one of the great things, and I saw it this morning, was when it ends and I go and I push the door open and John Legend takes his earpiece out and everything. And he's got this look of relief, but also he's like, that was good.
Yeah.
He said, like, he looked at Howard. He's like, that was good, man.
Well, the other thing about, of course, we agree with you that Howard is a great interviewer, and you never know what kind of interview you're going to get in terms of what path he's going to take with these people, but he has the opportunity to go as long as he wants to go and explore different, and John Legend, I think he's on Letterman. I don't know if he's just performing tonight or if he's doing a sit down at the couch, but you're never going to get the length of the interview that you get from Howard. So
and the intimacy, because you can't build up intimacy in 6 minutes. It's just really hard to do.
And so the length is part of it, but the other part of it is Howard gets great stuff out of people. They feel very comfortable talking to him. And even when he was talking about Chrissy Teigen and them getting married and was he scared and this and that, I mean, you're going to get an in-depth interview versus just a quick flyover. So thanks for the call, Krista. And, well, that's a pat on our boss's back, I guess.
Yes.
Before we get over to Alexander and take a break, I do want to ask you about the revelation that Eric the Midget is, in fact, a wheelchair athlete. Did you have any idea? This seemed like a surprise to everyone.
I'm a major league pitcher. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Just saying it doesn't make it true.
Oh, you're not buying?
Well, what was his, I mean...
He said he played some baseball. He talked about a couple other things.
Listen, there's 1,000 jokes you just teed up for me that I'm not going to do.
Okay, but... There's nothing to say that he can't be that athlete. I mean, everyone's kind of skeptical here, but...
Yeah. Well, but I mean, whatever athletics he's participating in, he's probably playing like a handicapped version of baseball, which is great. But I'd be curious. I see him, for some reason, I see him in this little miniature A's outfit with a little A's hat on.
I'm trying to picture anything that Eric could do. Like, anything.
He should be on the debate team. He could yell at you.
Yeah, the chess team, maybe, and they can all meet for the picture.
But you tell me like Eric was like the guys in, what was that documentary, Murderball?
Murderball?
In their wheelchairs?
You think he's playing 5-on-5?
I have no idea.
Well,
you think he could hold a basketball?
I don't know. Look, I'm taking the man at his word, and he didn't back down from that wrestler at all. He was ready to go, maybe not on his tickets, but he's ready to attend that event and face that wrestler face to face, even if he's going to get kicked in the face by this wrestler, apparently.
Do you think that he bases that on the, like in the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, like you wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you?
Yeah.
Like, do you think he's all tough guy because who's going to tip over his wheelchair?
I think that's part of it, and it's wrestling, which we know has some fake elements to it. But then
he and I aren't wrestling.
No,
and he's like, he threatens me all the time.
No, but I'm thinking more about Belzer, when he found out how real wrestling was. So that could definitely happen. We'll see. And before we move on to Alexander, we should talk about the slightly awkward conversation when Howard asked Fred if he had taken his daughter to AGT yet.
Well, which part of that do you want to discuss? I think it's funny that Fred just isn't able to answer more clearly and more easily, and then Howard pokes him because he knows he can for no other reason, and gets Fred worked up. And Fred doesn't see that Howard's just getting him worked up.
Right. Fred plans to take his daughter next month, I think, to the show.
And Howard's immediately got him on the witness stand with a fucking light in his eyes. And Fred's like, yeah, I'm going to get there. He should just go, I'm going to get there.
But you figure by now Fred would know how to handle that. He'd know where it's coming from and deal. But I wonder if Howard really cares if, like, Fred, you, Robin, other people do stop by AGT.
Probably on some level. I went there once, I'm going to be there again, but I don't know. Listen, when I was there, he seemed so fucking busy. I can't imagine that me being there made a big difference to him.
Well, tonight he's fired up about the talent. So he really thinks that this is the show that people should go see because the talent, you never know what the mix is going to be. And Fred will be there with his daughter, not tonight, but sometime in the future, I can tell you. Now, let's move on to the hero of Steve Brandano, Alexander. When did he become your hero, Steve?
The minute Howard said that, I guess.
Yeah, what was the basis of that? Did someone
I guess
feed him
because
that?
No, I guess just because I was doing the pitch notes with him. That's all I can go off of.
19 years old, millionaire, although he didn't admit that, but drives a Maserati, I guess. And he is throwing these parties, and the people are picking it up on social media, but has a factory in China. The kid's done a lot for 19. And like it said in the notes, and Howard said, he could have gone to an Ivy League school and chose not to. And I can't tell if Howard is fascinated, impressed. Like, how does he deal with guests like this?
I just think Howard sort of said, hey, when I was 18 years old or 17 years old, I wasn't that motivated to do anything. I think he's sort of impressed by the fact that the kid's motivated. I found him to be very interesting. I thought he was exactly what I thought he was going to be, which is, a city kid and wealthy. And he I don't think he really fully understood that he was booked on a big show. I don't think he appreciated, I don't think he did anything bad, but I don't think he appreciated, I think in 6 or 7 years he'll go, holy shit, I was on the Howard Stern show. To him it was like, of course they have me on because I'm like the biggest deal this week.
He was excited about John Legend too.
Well, there was a funny moment during the commercial. He and Howard were taking a picture, and he was very excited about John Legend. He had said to me in advance, can I see John Legend? I said, well, I don't know if he's going to be here in time. And he said something on the air, but when he and Howard were taking a picture, Howard goes, it was good to have you. And he said something like, forget you, man. I can't wait to meet John Legend.
Oh, really?
He's definitely a young kid.
Yeah,
that came across.
Exactly. He's a kid.
And knew what he was doing at a very young age when he did that levitation scam.
At 11 years old.
At 11 years old, he's scamming people with reversing the tape, jumping off the steps. But that's when JD said he became, not a fan of his. But beforehand, everyone thought JD was going to be jealous of this kid, but he didn't seem to be.
He is.
You think?
I think JD's trying to tone down his anger, but he's got a lot of it.
I don't think so. I think that, again, with JD, it's always the unwarranted fame, and the fact that this kid made his own money and is actually doing something, he just wasn't put on a reality show. I think that's JD's problem with those things.
Interesting.
Bobby, you're on the wrap-up show. Bobby, you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
First time, long time. Just calling in. You want to know something about wheelchair soccer?
Please explain.
Yeah, well, I play wheelchair basketball, which is totally different. Wheelchair soccer, picture a bunch of guys in power wheelchairs with like a miniature snowplow in front, and they basically push the ball around the floor.
Okay, that makes sense.
Eric could do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an athlete pushing a joystick, okay, you're an athlete.
Right.
I play wheelchair basketball in a manual chair. That's a wheelchair. That's playing a sport. You know what I mean?
So do you think that it's possible that Eric is a wheelchair athlete, or is that an inappropriate naming for what he does, just based on what you've heard on the show?
I don't want to disrespect anybody else that does wheelchair soccer, because at least they're out there doing something. But you're sitting in a power wheelchair and pushing a button.
Bobby, here's a question. Is he losing a calorie doing that?
No, not a bit. Push up and down a wheelchair, push up and down a basketball court in a push chair for 40, 45 minutes, you're losing some calories.
Right.
But not in a power wheelchair, sorry.
Right. And they're like the sport that probably gets no respect that people think is barely a sport would be bowling. And bowling, you might work up a sweat.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. Henry in California, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I got a question. Why are you guys picking on handicapped people? I got nephews that's in a wheelchair, and they do just fine with sports.
But
Gary's over there saying that they can't do sports. Then you got this guy that's saying that's not a sport. So what does he consider a sport?
Well, Henry, we're not picking on handicapped people. Eric is trying to imply that he's an athlete like everyone else, and he's not. He's a handicapped athlete, which isn't the same. So it's more what Eric's implying than what we're saying.
Gary's picking on Eric.
Yeah, if we're picking on anybody, it's specifically Eric, not the wheelchair community.
That's right.
No, basically you're picking on everybody that's handicapped, and that's not right.
Well,
Gary should never have said that that's not an athlete. I got nephews that can barely walk and barely move their hands, and they still, do sports. They might not be like him, but they're still just as good.
How are they just as good? I think Henry's busting my balls, but Henry, I'm not picking on your nephews. I'm giving Eric. Henry, I'm giving Eric some shit.
I don't. You can give Eric all the shit you want. You said it to all handicapped people. That's basically what you said.
Well, actually, the last guy that was on who is handicapped is the one who said it.
Gary, would you like to clarify your statement before we wrap up here?
No.
Okay.
I think people who heard the show understand what I'm talking about.
Henry, thank you for calling in and stating your case. We're going to wrap up this wrap-up show.
David Arquette's on the phone. David, I saw a picture in the paper this morning. What the hell were you wearing?
Where was I?
You're in the Daily News.
Oh, no.
You're with some hot chick, but I don't think it's your girlfriend.
It should be my girlfriend.
Oh, maybe it is your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you're walking out of a club and you're wearing like these,
I had a tuxedo on.
Yeah, but like
Was that my
paisley, but like a paisley pants and some kind
I don't know.
What kind of crazy? How you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in ages.
I'm doing great. How are you? I lost my voice, though. I was singing.
I was going to say, what's wrong with you?
Hey, what's going on? You sober or not?
I'm not sober, no.
What happened?
I'm sober at this moment.
No, but I mean, what happened? You're back to drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking again.
Oy vey.
Is that a bad thing, or did you figure it out?
Well, I don't know if I've figured it out. I actually have figured it out, yes.
I always told you could have a few drinks.
Yeah, well, that's the game. I mean, you have to keep the little, the little demons.
David, what are you doing though? Are you able to like have one or two drinks, or are you back to like drinking like a whole bottle of stuff?
No, I'm a drinker, so yeah, I drink a lot.
Oh dear.
When did you get off because you were doing pretty good.
Yeah, I know. See, my problem with being honest with you and talking to you is that people are going to take all this and just be cruel with it.
Yeah,
sort
I
of
know.
like what's happening with our society. Everybody's being so cruel and mean to each other that it's just sort of this never-ending cycle. And I'm kind of on a different kick now. I sort of had this really deep and philosophical moment where I figured out what this whole game is. The whole game of life. I got it.
Go ahead, let me hear.
It's called the kindness
Tell us.
game.
Yeah, tell me that because I haven't figured it out.
Well, it's called the kindness game.
Go ahead.
And kindness is the new currency. Love is the new currency.
Go ahead.
People are so cruel to each other throughout the world.
True.
Everyone is always like trying to get over on someone else. And it's really about being kinder and more understanding and thoughtful and generous. Because on one side you have violence. On one side you have, sexual deviance, not like beautiful, like fun, crazy sex between two people that agree upon it. You have the other kind that is forceful and taking advantage of people.
You're not
on one
drunk,
side,
you're
you have
high.
violence and
You're
people
high.
hurting others. On the other side, you have love. What?
I said you're not drunk, you're high.
No, I'm not.
I was going to say, this isn't helping his case.
What?
You smoking any weed or are you just drinking?
I'll smoke a little weed. I mean, I don't really want to
Oh, my goodness.
all that because the problem is people are going to take this and start talking about it.
No, what I
Talking
admire
about me
about-
and talking about each other.
Can I
And
tell you
that's
something,
the
David?
problem that's going on is everybody's talking about everybody else.
There's a lot of gossip, you're right. But you know what? I'll tell you this. I admire your honesty because so many people who, go to rehab, they get sober and then they lie when they are drinking. Like they're in full-blown fucking denial.
Right.
You're like, no, I'm drinking.
Well, there are no secrets in the world at all. You know what I mean? Ultimately, everyone knows everything. So you have to
Yeah, I
kinda live
knew he
your
was
life.
drinking, and we hadn't even talked to him.
Are you concerned, David, that you're drinking, or are you like, hey, I think I got this under control?
When I had this sort of this new understanding of like the kindness game and what's going on out there.
Go ahead.
I was walking. I was drunk, but I wasn't that drunk. But I was walking back from a club in Las Vegas with my girlfriend.
Right.
And there was a guy walking in front of me who was drunker than I'd ever seen anybody drunk. And my phone was out of juice. I actually wanted to film him because it was so funny and just to like remind me never get this way.
Yeah.
But it was actually like, oh wow, and I just was watching him. I was watching him walk. And then I went to an elevator. We got on the elevator, and there's this guy there. And I was like, hey, how's your night today? He said, it sucks. I just lost $15,000. He was so bummed. And it was just sort of like something out there showing me, like, don't fall into those kind of traps.
When did you decide to start drinking again? Like what was your decision process like? You were sober, and then all of a sudden you said, fuck this, I'm going back to drinking.
It was... I'd been sober for 2 years and 4 months, and I don't know. I just felt like it. I felt like I just needed to, I was feeling like I wasn't being that true to myself.
Right.
Like what I enjoy and this and that, and I understand like the other sides. One thing is I never drive whenever I drink.
Yeah, but were you supposed to call someone when you feel like drinking, or were you just said, screw this, I'm not calling anybody?
No, I had been calling them. I had been talking to, people involved in, different programs, my therapist.
And did you say to them, look, I'm starting to...
like, they're very clear about, you shouldn't do this, it's bad for you and this and that. And I get it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, I am a wild man, so I do get out of control and, but I try to keep a cap on it. And
what about your girlfriend? What is she thinking?
My girlfriend's the coolest.
She's what?
She's the coolest. She's a sweetheart. She supports me.
She does?
Yeah.
Will she drink with you, or does she try to say, hey, no more drinking?
No, she's cool,
Right.
I'm trying to, not get in all that because it just feeds this beast of, people talking about each other.
Right.
And it's like whoever's sitting out there right now and you're taking notes and you're getting the transcript of this, and then you're going on and you're writing, and you're talking about another person, and you're trying to bring people down. It's just this disease that's infecting our whole country.
But do you think
if you look out on the internet,
right,
and you see how mean and cruel people are, that's not who we are.
Everyone is mean. Everyone is mean.
How we're behaving, but it's not who we are. We're much cooler than that. We're much kinder than that. We need to get back to a place where we're supporting each other and embracing each other and celebrating each other and loving each other.
It does seem like everyone is mean on the internet. It's true.
I'm telling you, and Howard, I really want your help on this. We need to change the dialogue. It has to, it's time for a new wave of love. It's a new love revolution. It's got to happen. Happened in the 60s, and it's just time. We're too cool of a spirit of humanity that we go around and do this. Because at my main time, I might do whatever I do in my own journey, and I'm trying to figure out my process.
Yeah, but what did someone say about you that was something obviously has really irked you about meanness? Did someone say something about your drinking or something about you personally that what is really making you nuts?
Yeah, well, there was an article online from a certain online sort of gutter media thing.
Yeah.
That broke the story that I was drinking again. Okay, so they were the first one to actually report it. That part they got true. What they got wrong was what rehab I went to, they got wrong. What day I was drinking, they got wrong. They said I was drinking on Saturday, and the story they were explaining started on a Thursday. Okay, this is how it goes. I was in...
yeah, but does it matter really what day you started drinking? I mean...
It does, because when they said I was, in Richmond, Virginia doing this thing at a strip club, I was actually at my friend's wedding in Santa Barbara, where I set these two people up. Two good friends of mine. I set them up. They fell in love. And it was that is one of the greatest nights of my life, because I actually, helped these two fall in love. And, that is magic.
So you're upset more that they got the day wrong than the actual story wrong?
Well, I'm just upset that, no, I'm not really upset. I mean, I'm sad that as a culture, we're so obsessed at being cruel and mean to each other. And we're not, because that's the game.
Is Courtney speaking to you about your drinking, or are you upset because Courtney and you were broken up? Maybe that's what.
Courtney's super cool too, man,
right.
And everybody's getting along and understanding, and now we're practicing what I'm talking about. We're being kind and loving to each other rather than everyone is.
Right.
She's cool to my ex, my new girl, and my new girl's cool as my ex, and everybody's getting along.
Right. Well, hey, listen, man. I know what you mean. It can get to you.
No.
But at the same point, I got to tell you though, David. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm worried about you only because, I know you got a problem with alcohol.
Those things tend to get out of control.
Yeah, as long as you, I mean, I know some guys who.
Whatever I do, I'm going to do. I'm going to go through this journey and figure out my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a responsible person. I have my daughter 3 days a week. I'm incredibly responsible.
Right.
I'm living my life, but the thing is, I'm really trying not to hurt people and be cruel and talk mean about people. And it really has to change. It's this, silly game where we're all caught up, and the only thing is us getting up, whoever, me pushing my own self, and it's all ego and all this shit. Our whole world's twisted. And the fact of the matter is, it's all about love. That is the new currency. And the kinder you're going to be, the more sort of you bring your friends into certain projects, you help another, the more you start focusing on the love part and play the kindness game, the more we're going to start shining.
I got nervous because I read, again, I'm reading this.
Yeah.
You were on some movie, and now you're not on the movie. They
Okay,
replaced
this is a
it.
perfect story. It's the
Go
same
ahead.
people that have been up my ass, and they're probably going to write a story about this, too.
But good, clear this up with the movie thing. Now, were you fired for partying on a movie or something?
No, I was not fired from partying
Okay.
at all.
Go ahead.
Okay, it was this movie I was doing. We were filming in Covina. I had shot 3 days on it, and I went to the set, and I'm playing this prick, like, who's trying to sell a house out from under his ex-wife who has ALS.
Right.
A really asshole character. He's
Right.
a yuppie and all this shit. So I'm playing this character, and, you know, I didn't really get any response from the director that he wasn't, liking my performance or
Right.
this or that. But I'm doing this scene, and it's feeling kind of awkward, and the lines aren't coming easily, and it's a little weird scene. And I turn, and I'm having the scene with Anthony Michael Hall.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of Anthony Michael Hall. He's a great man, a great actor.
Good actor, yeah.
Yeah, and we're having this scene together, and as I'm saying my lines to him, I'm thinking in my head, this guy would be better for the part than I am. And so we finish the scene, everything's great. I go home, and when I get home, the director calls me, and he says, David, I don't think it's working out. I'm not feeling the character. And I said, well, Carl, it's you're kind of out of left field. You didn't tell me on the set that you weren't, like, happy with what I was doing.
Right.
And I said, listen, even I was sitting there today, and I was looking at Anthony, and I said, Anthony, Michael would be better for this role than I am.
That
And
was
he said,
generous.
yeah.
Wow. So you weren't upset
Essentially,
about it.
I got dumped on the set.
So you were all for the change. You felt like you couldn't handle the part, and that wasn't something you wanted to do.
Well, I could handle the part. It just would have been a different direction, you know, to cut it all together. But the director wasn't happy with it, and he has his own vision for it, so I get it.
Right. You wanted to play it a different way than he did.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But it's sad because
So creative
a
differences.
a really sweet guy, but he you know, he might not have known he was talking to, you know, journalists or this or that. You know, he
Right.
told a story about me getting fired, and I feel bad for him because he kind of got caught up in the web of, like, this thing. And
So you mean you don't blame the director for talking to them? You blame the guy who wrote the article? Because it sounds like
No.
the director should have shut his mouth about it.
No, the director actually spoke to them. We spoke to this online company even before they printed the story and set them straight.
Right.
But they still went ahead and printed a story about hard partying David Arquette and this and that.
Yeah, because David's a real honest guy. He'll tell you what happens. I mean, he really will. I mean, he's not someone who hides from the press. What
but
did
not
you?
all the time do people know what is happening, Howard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no,
So what happened? You went. So how'd you lose your voice? You went out last night?
No, this was a couple nights ago. I went and I was singing with the band.
With that club you own, that thing you own?
No, it was after my club. I have two clubs now. One called 𝗦𝗵cie𝗿𝗍𝗆 and one called Hooray Henry's. So any night you want to go out in L.A. except Mondays.
See, that's what I think did you in with the drinking. I think you were in the business of partying in clubs. I mean, he's got these great wild clubs where you go and it's a whole experience. David's got like Bootsy's is like this crazy kind of. They got all kinds of weird shit going down while you're in the club.
Yeah.
How can you stay away from drinking if you're in a club all the time and everyone's drinking?
Well, I did it for,
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. I did. And
That had to be-
not the
you
point.
can do it. You can, it's hard. But,
You
part
can
of
do it
that
for a
thing
little
is-
while, apparently.
Right.
What?
Well, 2 years is a miracle to do 2 years and be in that business. Is
But,
almost impossible.
everybody's, oh, well, I did it for 2 years. No, but you didn't continue to do it. So after 2 years, you couldn't do it.
It's too fucking hard.
Yeah, that's how hard it was.
it is hard. I mean, that whole place and that whole lifestyle is about celebration.
Yeah.
And it's about hospitality. And you show people a great time. You run around and playing with puppets and we're dancing around. And,
So how much did you have to drink that
It's
night?
hard to do that without drinking.
How much did you drink that night?
You don't have to do that without.
Well, how many drinks would you say you had that night?
What?
The night you lost your voice, how many drinks did you have?
The night I lost my voice, I don't know. I probably had about 4 or 5 drinks.
What, like vodkas?
Yeah. Yeah, vodka.
So if
and
you
I get strong drinks, and
Right.
But I wasn't like stumbling around,
Right.
I had a driver. I was, I wasn't like a knucklehead.
When you look at like a Lindsay Lohan, do you think she should stop drinking?
I think everyone's on their own journey, and I'm sick of like people
Making
judging
judgments.
others.
Right.
I think the only way to deal with anybody is to, have love and support. Whatever their journey is.
I support you.
I know you do.
I
love
do.
you, buddy.
I love you too. I just want to make sure you're okay here because that
No, trust me. I'm
Well,
a wild
Howard,
but-
come on.
What?
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Okay, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, it's not like I want to be your mom, and I understand you're on your journey, and this is part of the process.
So do you think
But it's not
gonna help
okay.
when people talking about where I am or what? Do you think that's all like, you know, so people can look at me and either compare themselves to me or think they're better
Well,
than
you
me?
are famous, so people are going to do that. I mean, that's the world we live in.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
know, listen, that's part of the deal.
Unfortunately, you wound up a role model.
Yeah, you're a role model.
Okay, well, if I'm a role model, follow me on this. It's the kindness game, and we all need to be more loving and kind to each other. And I would love to put together a concert with some of the greatest music in the world and have everybody come together.
I hear Zeppelin reunion.
Whoever, I love Zeppelin. But for one, I would love to have a love concert.
You get married again?
In Detroit. In Detroit, we got to save Detroit.
Are you going to get married again? Are you getting married again?
The city in America that's gone bankrupt.
Are you getting married again?
People that are incredible, that have produced some of the most amazing music our world has ever seen.
David, you getting married again or not?
We have no plans to.
All right.
But I love my girlfriend with all my heart. She's such a sweetheart. She's so supportive and understanding.
I always want to ask this question. So after you don't have a drink for 2 years and 4 months,
yeah,
all right, when you have that first drink, what's your go-to drink, and is it everything you imagine it to be?
Not really. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm afraid to be honest with like you and with the world because people are so cruel at this time. You know,
right?
It's really like hard.
But what can they do with honesty, David?
But yeah, it was. You know, drinking feels good.
Yeah.
You know, when you drink too much, it feels bad. You know, it's a pretty simple equation.
Right.
Well,
you know,
how
and
much
if you
are
drink
you
too much,
drinking
it'll screw
every
your life
day?
up. I mean, I know all this.
Are you drinking every day?
No, I didn't drink yesterday.
He said he's got the kid 3 days a week. You're not drinking during that.
No.
And so.
Well, you know, just
What?
Ever. I mean, I have my club on Tuesdays. I have a few drinks.
Right.
But sometimes I go to my club and I don't drink, even since I've been drinking.
I'm afraid Robin's going to go back to eating rice again if she hears this interview. Give Robin any chance of that? Because she's off rice completely.
I have not. It's been a while since I've had
How many
rice.
years?
It's not years. It's
Right.
just months.
Just months. So you could go back on rice. She's not eating any rice.
Looking at David, I can only say it's one day at a time, right?
That's right. You better believe it. Where you at? You in L.A.?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, man. I'd love to see you. I saw you briefly at that party.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even talk to you hardly.
I know.
I know. You never get to talk to anybody at that party.
No, I know. Well, whoever talks to me, I talk back to. It's crazy.
I know. Everyone doesn't want to bother you.
What happened? Your girlfriend moved out to L.A., so she's with you now, right?
Yeah, we live together. We moved in together.
Oh, so you're not in New York that much?
Not in New York at all, really.
What time is it in L.A.? 6 a.m.? Have you been up all night?
No. I woke up because my girl has to get up at 5 o'clock. We went to bed at 9:30.
What's she doing? She got work?
Yeah, she's got work.
Yeah, she's super hot. I saw a picture of her coming out of the club with you, and
she's the most beautiful little sweet girl in the world.
I bet she's very, very good in the sack.
She's so fun. She's such a sweetie.
Really? She's up for it all?
You
ever tie her up?
Wonderful, fun life.
You ever tie her up?
No, she doesn't like that.
No, well, no one likes it. You just do it.
You ask?
You don't ask. Have you ever burned her with lit cigarettes?
No.
No?
I'm not into hurting another.
Oh, that's right. You're into the kindness thing. I forgot about
The
that.
kindness game.
I thought you were into burning people with cigarettes.
We have to have the love concert.
Right.
I shut down all my social media. I shut down Twitter. I shut down my Facebook.
Right.
Because people were too cruel.
Oh, did you? You shut down Twitter and Facebook, huh?
Yeah, people are being too mean out there, man.
Oh,
it's
my
over.
God. Yeah, I
It's
tell
over.
you. Even my so-called fans are mean. Well, you know what? I got to say, a lot of people really are nice, actually.
Yeah, there are. There are a lot of nice people, and I miss them. Like, I want to communicate with them.
Yeah. You want to talk to people on the phone or no?
Sure.
Well, let's see what everyone's saying. I'm sure let's see if there's any nice people on the phone.
Let's see.
All right. Richard, are you nice?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, I just want to make a comment, if I may, because I think David really is full of shit in many respects, and I just want to express why.
Why? Why is he full of shit?
Many respects? What?
Wow. What do you mean many respects? He hasn't said that much.
he's talking about how we all need to love each other and be kind to each other,
right?
And how everyone is so cruel to each other,
right?
And I just want to ask him.
Job of that.
I just want to ask him how he thinks his alcoholism is going to affect his daughter, and how he feels this is being kind to her, and how this is going to affect her when.
All
she
right,
grows
fair
up.
enough. Let him answer that. You know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Let me
let him talk.
Let him answer.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Is he mean, David?
Yeah, I mean, there's a cruelness to like the way he's talking to me,
right?
And laying it all out. But I hear his point, and you know, that is part of like my responsibility of how I have to like try to, you know, keep it like under control.
That's
you know,
right.
but you know, I'm on my own journey, and so is my daughter. As much as I'm having to be, you know, her parent, you know, we all
Go ahead,
are
Max.
learning. We're
Max,
all,
you're
like,
on the air with David Arquette in the Bronx.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dave, man? I got to say, I completely agree with you, man. The whole world is just crazy with social media today. It's just like a bunch of nameless, faceless people out there that can be so cruel, but if you ever to meet them in real life, they would never say any of this stuff to you.
That's a good point. Sometimes if you go knock on these fuckers' doors, I read a story, unbelievable. David will like this. Was I think the guy was a professional wrestler or something, and some guy was
boxer.
A boxer, yes, it was
Yeah.
a boxer. Robin's right. And the guy was on Twitter, and some dude was calling him out and saying all kinds of shit about his wife and his kid. Fucking boxer got hired a private eye, tracks down where the guy lives, walks over, knocks on his door, and goes, "Okay, dude. Here I am. Now say this shit to my face." The fucker starts crying at the door, won't say a word, and then made a public apology and said that it was all wrong what he said. David, maybe a lot of the meanness has to do with the fact that people have anonymity when they say it. They hide behind pseudonyms.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just say one more thing before I hang up. Dave, I love you, man. You don't sound too good. I feel bad. I hope that you get the help that you need or whatever it is. But I just want to say, man, I'm a big fan.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
All right, Max. Oh, there's some nice.
You know, my voice really is. I was screaming with a band, so that's why my voice is shot.
You blew out your pipes, bro.
What?
You blew out your pipes.
I blew out my pipes.
Yeah. Hey, David, listen, I'm glad you called in because it's been way too long. I haven't spoken to you in so long. And David emailed me over the weekend.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. And yeah, one of these days we'll get together. If I ever go out to L.A. again, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love to see you. I miss you. I love you.
Miss you too.
You know, I hear people. You know, I take it all in. But I am a really kind person when I do meet people in person.
Right.
And I really do want to start a new dialogue about love. It's what Bob Marley was talking about. It's what John Lennon was talking about. It's what we all need to be talking about because we're all on the same playing field. We're all equal, no matter what our problems are.
Who's
no
more about love than me?
Bad or wrong, no matter if we're the shittiest person in the world or the sweetest person in the world, we're all equal. And this whole looking up and looking down at people, it's over. You know, it's not honoring us. We're all little pieces of like something bigger. And what's bigger is it's the game, the kindness game. Whatever's up there wants us to be kind. It wants us to, you know, cultivate love. And that's how we're going to succeed in this, like, journey. And then, you know what? Once we start doing that, our art's going to get better. Our music's going to get better. We're all going to start, like, seeing and talking and being more honest with each other. And, you know, I got my own problems, yes, and I will, like, sort them out. I go to a therapist. I really am working on myself. I'm trying to discover, like, what it is. This was a big part of it, me figuring out, like, this kindness game. And I'm serious. I want to start this crazy game. I want to do a crazy concert that all is about love, and it's for the people. You raise the money for the people, and I want you to help. All right, Howard? I know.
Me? Help with kindness? Who's kinder than me?
Whichever way you can.
All right.
I know. Well, what you are is, like, you're amazing. I mean, you really did. You know, you were honest. That's your greatest quality. That you're honest and you bring out this incredible honesty. There's an intense cruelty too with some of the joking. I mean, you know what? You know, I forgot his name. Eric the actor. Like,
Eric the actor, yes.
Yes, Eric the actor just gets dumped on all the time, and he's so enraged about people being
Talk
so
about
cruel.
cruelty, yeah.
Yes, very cruel. All right, David, listen.
Yes.
I love you. I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna call you.
I love you, buddy.
I'm going to check up on you.
Thank you.
All right. And
Love you.
whatever
Love you,
path
Robin.
you take, man, I hope.
Fred, Benji, love you guys.
We all love you too.
We love you too, David.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Play
Later.
the kindness game. Spread it.
No. All right.
Yes.
Later, brother.
Bye.
Bye. That's David Arquette. I'm making the big announcement. He's back to drinking.
Oh.
But I hope he's okay. That's all. You know, listen, I got a couple of friends who have all been sober and then went back to drinking.
And
some of them are doing just fine. You know, they have
And some
it under
aren't.
control and some aren't. You
that's the question. It's which group is David in?
Yeah, well, only he knows the answer to that.
So, Gary, the show has been friends with countless celebrities over the years, and this phone call with David Arquette is a perfect example of getting this sort of insider access to their life. Having said that, can you kind of gauge where he's at, in your opinion, based on what you know about celebrities and problems and alcoholism?
Listen, I'm an outsider. I don't know his life. I love David. I think David's a great guy. I think that once you've gone to rehab to stop drinking, you have to not drink anymore. And I know he's on a journey, and I feel like there's a lot of rationalization going on there. But at the end of the day, he probably needs to not do this, and he's got to figure out the way that that's going to happen.
Because he's been on the show a lot, and we've sort of seen him through a lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. Where, based on that information, I know you're not on the inside, but like, does he sound like this is Hollywood speak with his kindness is the new currency? Is this?
Well, listen, I get the kindness as a new currency has nothing to do with whether he's drinking or not. Those are two separate issues. And if you spend time going to rehab, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, this isn't something I should be doing because I'm not my best when I'm doing this. So why he's throwing that out the window now, I don't know. But he's got to figure out how to get there. I guess that's his journey.
I can't wait. In the coming weeks, we have Metallica's going to come in and perform live. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. We had a writing meeting the other day, and Richard Christie's sitting there, and he raises his hand, and he goes, I would do just about anything to sit on the couch when Metallica is in there playing. I would even make out with John Hine for 10 to 15 seconds. And, I'm sitting there going, what, like, how does a guy, forget about, like, how did he come up with John Hine? All right. Not only is it bizarre that he's going to make out with a man to see Metallica play in the studio, but, how do you come up with the name John Hine out of all the guys here?
Well, you should know. So this writing meeting, we do at a big conference room every week, and everyone's around the table. So when he says John Hine, like John Hine's eyebrow goes up. Like, who the fuck?
How did I get involved?
No one told me about this.
You're right.
But I thought, like, you can make out with Will, Sal. Like, how did he come up with John?
I just feel John Hine would be a very funny guy for him to make out.
It would be, but to have a name, it'd be one thing to say, I'll make out with a guy on the staff.
Right.
He specifically said John Hine.
And I don't want to do it.
I by the way, I would watch it. Yeah, right. That's the other. I don't want to do it. But
I don't want to make out.
He always says that, but he suggests these things.
Howard, it's every week when we go into the writing meeting, we laugh to see how many ideas when Richard gets up to pitch will be him
Gay.
doing something gay or naked.
It's 90% gay and naked.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Richard, come here.
By the way, how nice is our hallway and our green room and stuff look?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, why John Hine?
It's just funny stuff with John Hine because he's
but
the most.
John's not going to make out with you.
You never know until you ask.
Right.
You
just think it would be funnier. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's just funny. If I did it with like Mike Morales.
When you say make
Sal,
out, you mean like tongue?
Yeah, like Lisa G and Ronnie did.
But hold on, it would be funny if you did it. Wouldn't it be funny if you did it with JD?
See, doesn't that look funny? I was trying to kiss Gary.
Go ahead, kiss him.
Wouldn't it be funny if you did it with JD?
Kiss him. Kiss him. Kiss Gary.
No.
Go ahead, kiss him.
I'm going to choke you.
He's trying to choke me.
But if you did it with JD, that'd be funny. Why not JD?
Like I could lean in and kiss Gary right now.
Yeah, but JD won't kiss.
But neither will John. In other words, there's 10
Why don't you make out with High Pitch Mike? He might do it because he's gay.
But it's not as funny.
Oh, it'll be
up,
funny.
Well, I'm not up for it. But
what do you mean you're not up for it?
But he's up for John. That's what I'm saying. There's something going on.
Why are you up for John over High Pitch Mike?
It's just, I don't know. Something about making out with John Hine is hilarious.
He said in the meeting, by the way, he goes, I don't want to make out with High Pitch Mike. His mouth has been in some weird places.
Oh, John Hine has been in the right place.
Yeah, John Hine hasn't had like jizz on his lips. and stuff.
Right. Hey, John, is there any chance you'll make out with Richard?
Come on, help a brother out, John.
I will allow you to sit in with Metallica if you make out with John Hein. There's no doubt.
And that's what makes it not a gay stunt, because I get to see a manly band like Metallica.
Are you up for this in any way?
Absolutely not.
Were you shocked when he suggested it?
Yeah, I mean, the idea didn't surprise me, but me, I guess, because it's funny that it's me, and I guess I'm safe in Richard's eyes. Don't touch me. No, and then I was like, what's in it for me?
He must be. Well, that's ridiculous. I know. What's in it for you?
You're a team player. That's what's in it.
But you must be attracted to him a little bit.
I mean,
more than high-pitched Mike.
I'm not. I know nobody believes me, but I'm not a gay homosexual man. And but John is handsome.
You kind of are, though, in the sense that you would make out with a guy. I mean, that's gay.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do that, drinking just for fun and goofing around.
No.
You know?
All right. Well, anyway, there it is.
This is evidence.
I don't know. He makes statements that I've never heard before.
Well, a lot of my buddies.
All right. Well, go find a guy to make out with, and if you do, maybe we'll have you in here for Metallica.
Like, well, what about Jason Kaplan?
Jason, will you make out with him? Would you do that? If you do it,
no, I won't make out with you. I'm sorry, dude. Metallica will be here regardless.
You would make out with Jason?
Yeah, why me?
To sit on the couch to watch Metallica, of course.
All right, if you can convince him to do that, I would...
Is it wrong that I'm flattered? Because he just turned Gary down.
Right.
And I'm in. I actually feel good about myself for a second.
Well, will you do it for 15 seconds with him?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to make out with you.
But it'll be remembered as a great stunt. It's funny.
You'll go down in history.
I'm not looking for that.
He'll be on the front page of HowardStern.com.
Would you make out with Sal?
Yeah, but I don't think Sal will do it either.
Really? I think he would.
He said in the meeting.
Your boyfriend won't make out with you?
He said in the meeting he won't.
Oh.
Rejected.
I think he would, actually.
No, Howard, he said, Sal, come here. He says, no way. Why no way, Sal? It's the gayest stunt up. That's gay. But you touched his taint. That's not as gay as making out. Making out is too intimate.
Will any guy here make out with...
blowjob?
Will anybody make out... Yeah, like you would... Hey, Sal, you would let him blow you, but you won't make out with him.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So if you blow Sal, you can sit on the couch.
No, I ain't going that far. I like Metallica.
I'm really confused.
Give me a rim job.
I don't even understand
Would
the
you taste
limits.
Sal's semen? If Sal brought in semen, would you put your finger in it?
No, I'd put my finger in it, but I'm not going to taste it.
Why not?
Could I put it on a cracker?
Would you tongue my asshole, Richard?
No. No.
Will you let him tongue your asshole?
Yeah. I'll let him stick his tongue on my ass.
I like he'll do that, but he won't make out with me.
Will you stick your tongue up his ass, and I'll let you sit in with Metallica?
Oh man, that's brutal.
Will you do it?
Plus, you know he's going to take a shit and make it stink.
Well, maybe you could use shittens. You can't be one.
Could I put a condom on my tongue?
No.
Oh, please.
Ah. We want you to get disease.
Richard, 3 quick jabs up my ass.
If I can put a condom on my tongue, I would.
All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Go find the guy. Go find the guy to make out with, and then come back and see.
Well, there's a lot of guys, like gay guys, that would do it, but I just think it's funniest with somebody like John Hein.
Well, you're not going to get John Hein.
You know what'd be really funny? There's a lot of guys down at the Gay Channel do the morning show. They're all like bears. They're like big, hairy guys.
Yeah.
You see them all the time, Richard. Would you make out with one of those guys?
No, because I don't know them. I want to, know the person.
You have to know them.
Yeah.
Well, no straight guy is going to make out with you.
Yeah.
Well, Jason's a big Metallica fan. What if you got to sit on the couch too?
All right, I'm up for that.
And Jason said I know there's a certain song he wants him to play. Like he would flip if they played this song.
You want to make out with him on any condition? Would you?
No. I don't want to make out with him for any condition. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't care what song they play. I don't care if I get to play with them while they're playing. I support your decision, Richard. And I'm a little shocked because I'm usually never brought into these sorts of things. But thank you.
You were in the room, so you're the one I thought of.
One more idea somebody would think White might do. Would you make out with Ronnie?
Oh man, I don't know. All
right, if you make out with Ronnie,
that'd be great.
Would Ronnie?
What's wrong with Ronnie?
How about David Arquette? He might be up for it. He's back and partying again. All right, listen. Well, let's talk about this tomorrow. How's that? It's getting late.
Ronnie's a maybe possibility.
All right,
but that mustache it might. Be
And what do you mean by make out?
Kind of like him and Lisa did. Tongue, yeah.
Right.
So there's got to be a time limit?
At least 15.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Please
thank
get me out of this if you don't mind.
I'll make out with you, Howard.
No, it's not good. Would you make out with Richard so we can do this, Ronnie? Would you make out with Richard?
What do I get out of it?
I don't know. You want to
Kissing Richard.
Metallica?
No, I'm a good kisser.
I can walk in here anytime I want during Metallica.
All right.
Metallica.
Metallica.
What am I going to get? What am I going to get out of it?
What am I going to get?
Metallica.
You get a passionate kiss.
No.
From a friend.
You've always been bi-curious.
I need more. I need more.
I'll jerk you off while I do
I need more. No.
Oh, so you know what we're learning from this? It's not out of the question.
Hey, he's just looking for something more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a nice drink.
All right, guys, thank you.
We'll think of a prize for Ronnie.
All right, good. Okay. Enough.
But you know what, Howard? For you, Richard would swallow.
For me, what?
If you let him,
Would you blow me and
he
swallow?
would give you a blowjob.
Would you blow me and swallow, honestly, if I let you?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, but I'm also saying that because I know it would never ever happen. But
Well, I'm actually interested for the first time.
But just for
I
the
would
sake,
like it. I would like it.
For the sake of the greatest stunt of all time, I would do that.
You would blow
yeah.
me and swallow.
Yes.
All right. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Keep that in mind.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna think about that tonight.
Okay.
All right, throw up. Okay. Thank you. Guy's out of his mind. Wow.
Mr. Hine, stop and talk to me for a second.
Yes.
I promise I won't try to kiss you. You know, obviously, at this point, nothing Richard says or does can really shock you.
No.
But when it's you specifically, does that kind of like throw you off around? Have you been looking at him differently? Have you been noticing the way he's been observing you?
No, because Richard's always been that way. I think that Richard chose me for two reasons. One, so Howard would say, hey, John Hine, like it would get him interested in the bit. And two, because he knows there's no way in hell I'd ever do it. So I'm a safe choice. If he said Sal or someone who may be willing to high-pitch Mike, then there's consequences there. So it's easy to say I'm going to make out with John when I have absolutely no intention of doing so.
So you're saying he knows that push won't come to tongue or whatever. You know, it's not going to happen.
I'm a safe choice. Now, the thing I should have done is gone and said, yeah, sure, let's do it. Because I would have totally thrown him off. But then I realized the consequences of saying something like that.
And you also, yeah, exactly. He has.
And I'm also not a homosexual, so that may have something to do with it.
But even still, you know that Richard, when pushed, will do it. I mean.
Oh yeah, Richard, which is why I didn't push and will not push.
The controversy surrounding him for years has been that he's got some gay tendencies. That it's not just about the jokes and the hijinks. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah. He definitely is, I think, open with his sexuality. I wouldn't say he's, clearly, he's got a wife and he likes women, but I think that he's one of those guys who's up for anything, and because it's funny or goofy.
At minimum, he's at least bi-curious.
He's bi-curious. That's a better way of putting it, yes.
There's some things that have happened in those storage huts that we don't know about.
Yeah, and also I think 𝗦𝗵cie can testify to some of that bi-curiosity. Not that it might have been reciprocated, I'm not saying that, but I think Will's got a couple stories to tell.
He's been hit on.
Yes, he has, whereas I am not curious at all when it comes to the males.
Is there any price tag? You mentioned what's in it for me. Is there a price tag? We're talking...
Greg, I guess the clearest way I could put it is you could have Rush come in here, play in that studio, and I would not kiss Richard or any other guy to see it. So, and that's a big thing for me to say, as you know.
Ronnie, let's start brainstorming.
Brainstorming?
What's it going to take? You mentioned the question, what's in it for you?
Come
Let's
on.
name some of your dream camps.
You know what it is.
NASCAR.
Everybody knows here what it is. Everybody knows. If you can't figure it out, you're pretty stupid.
There's one thing that you want.
One thing I want back.
A certain
plugs.
A certain tour?
No, certain plugs.
Yeah. Interesting. Richard.
There you go. He wants Metallica, I want something else.
Why the hesitation? Why the hesitation with Ronnie? I mean, he's a sexy older man, obviously. Why the reservation? Is it sort of the same as the high-pitched Mike theory that tongue's been all over town?
No, it's just that I think Ronnie would get too into it, and I'd have to really do it. Like if I made out with John Hine, he'd hold back a little, and I wouldn't have to. It wouldn't be very passionate. I think with Ronnie, it'd get really passionate, and he'd pull me in.
What about Nick Rucker?
I wouldn't be able to get away.
He likes to make out with guys.
No. No
Yeah,
thanks,
he
Stu.
does. No, he does. He does.
I make out with him privately. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
We'll wait for the Christmas party.
So
Yeah,
Richard,
I know you make out with him.
What you're saying is if you pair up with Ronnie, you run the risk of losing dominant alpha male status.
Yeah,
you might
I
get
think
dominant.
Ronnie's going to be the takeover.
I'm ready, man. I want what I want out of it. Okay.
Ronnie,
He might just bend me over.
Ronnie, you're a tattoo-loving, skull T-shirt wearing guy. Why are you so willing to?
Because I believe in my cause. just like he believes in his cause. I have a cause.
You don't think it speaks to your sexuality if you're willing to do something for a cause?
Fuck that.
Yeah, it doesn't make
that.
It doesn't make.
I'll make
you
out
gay.
with Richie Wilson too with his shittings.
It doesn't make you gay. It's just a goofy stunt.
My name is 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱. If you were partying on the Manhattan Bridge this past weekend, you might know me as Alexander. And we're gonna tell the story of what it's like coming out of Brooklyn and the hustle of making it to the top.
So why are you looking forward to telling your story to Howard Stern of all people?
I feel like I have a weird mind. I feel like there are a few people who understand exactly what it is that I'm trying to say. I feel like this is one of these guys that I can relate to.
All right, good luck in there today, Alex.
Thanks, brother.
All right, thank you, sir.
Xander is here. Xander is the guy that threw the party on the Manhattan.
He calls himself Xander? Or is it
Alex.
Alex.
Xander.
Does he call himself Alex? He calls himself Alex, right?
Yeah. So he throws these parties through his Facebook page. He puts out where to go and blah blah blah. The party on the Manhattan Bridge had 1,000 people. He got arrested. Him and the 2 DJs that were on it. That's where the notoriety came from. So he's going to court in September. But he's like, oh, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. I think the judge is going to see that, and hopefully I'll get
maybe
off.
everyone can just start throwing parties on a bridge every
I was thinking I'd throw one on the middle of the LIE.
So what's interesting about him, though, is he's a self-made millionaire.
Right.
He founded a toy company when he was 15. It's basically, his biggest thing is this one plane that's like a boomerang. You toss
I've
it.
seen that. They sell it on the street.
Yeah, well...
They just throw them and they come back?
Exactly.
He invented that?
He got him in Bed Bath & Beyond and Walmart and
30 hours.
Built his company that way.
I remember when I first started seeing them in stores, I was like, how the fuck did that happen?
He's a smart kid.
This kid dropped by. His name is Alex Xander. Alex Xander.
Xander?
He's kind of an interesting dude. He's 19 and he's already he's worth $1 million something bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
And nobody gave it to him? He earned it?
Hey, Alexander. Hey, man. Hey, now.
He doesn't look like a millionaire.
Are you a millionaire?
What does it matter?
Well, it matters because it's part of your story.
It's part of my story, but I don't like that. That's something that just kind of came out a little bit. I never wanted that to be like the first thing that people think of me. Oh, that kid is that kid's a rich kid.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool that don't be ashamed of it. You invented that little airplane thing that you throw and that comes back at you. What's that called?
Super Looper.
Super Looper. You invented that.
Yeah.
And I know those things, the Super Looper. I used to see them being sold on the street, and then I started seeing them in stores.
Yeah. I'm the one that put them into stores.
How do you get those Super Looper into stores?
Because we've got a product, Shittens, and we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying to promote Shittens. Got any thoughts?
The crazy thing is I will probably know how to promote Shittens as well.
That scoops all the fecal matter right out of your asshole. But seriously, you said the plane is. Did you actually figure out the plane and how it should return to you?
It was out in the 50s, like a really Shittens version,
right?
Which was made out of paper,
right?
And I've seen it around, and I like this idea of like bringing back like old things and kind of revamping them, and so I took this item and I saw lots of potential. I made it from a different material. We have like a secret formula for the material.
Yeah.
It actually won't work if it's made from anything else.
Right.
And so that we put it into a nice packaging, gave it some branding, and it was like the top seller and. A few really major retail stores, they were selling insane numbers.
How old are you?
19.
No shit.
Yeah.
Really, 19? You got a driver's license?
I believe the kid. And so you still live with your folks?
Yeah.
That's how I know you're not a millionaire. If you were a millionaire, man, you would definitely move out.
That's not true.
Really?
That's not true.
Your parents don't annoy you?
I love my parents like a lot, right? And
you can hang with them?
Yeah, I can hang with them. Listen, it's really by choice. Like I have my own office and. Well, I have a few offices, but the one that I'm at, I spend so much time there, and I feel like if I moved out, I would not see my parents at all. Like I'm a workaholic.
Yeah, but if you want to bang some chicks and stuff, what do? You take
them to the office.
You bang chicks in your office? You got a bed there?
Something like that.
Yeah, because I knew a dude had a really tricked out office where he.
It's a pimp office.
Yeah.
It's not like a.
It's not like a little bedroom in the back of the office.
Yeah, it's not somewhere where you hate coming in. It's like it serves as an office and a hang spot. We've got like a huge terrace, and we have parties out there and stuff like that in the summer.
So you got to hear this. You know what this kid does?
What?
So all right. Did you go to court yet over your last party?
No, I'm gonna go to court.
Oh, okay. So he came up with an idea because, like, with social media and stuff, you can just get word out that you're throwing a party like impromptu, right? You don't need a club. So you threw a party on the Manhattan Bridge?
Legally, you don't need a club.
Yeah, you don't need you threw a party on Manhattan Bridge.
I did.
So how does that work? You tweet out to people, "Hey, I'm having a party."
Well, a big part of our thing is social media is kind of like the starting point, but from there is just word of mouth.
Right.
Because there's only so much that you can do in advertisement. You can tell a person that, hey, you could have all sorts of billboards and pay for advertisement, but until your friend grabs you and says, hey man, you really need to come to this event, nothing's going to happen. So that will be just like the starting point, but from there it's like wildfire. The word just spreads and people are talking, hey, you're going to this, you're going to this.
How many people showed up on the Manhattan Bridge when you threw the party?
Well, the police say 200.
Right.
But it's very clear that it was around like 1,000 people.
1,000 people show up on the Manhattan Bridge. And the Manhattan Bridge, for those of you who don't know, has it's
a bridge.
It's a bridge, but it has like an area where the cars aren't. Like you can like kind of line up, but it doesn't seem like conducive for a party.
Right.
How do you get the music up there?
Yeah, how did you get music on the Manhattan Bridge?
It wasn't
Did you just
that
pull
hard.
a van like right over?
Went to Home Depot.
Go ahead.
Bought a generator.
Right.
And I have some buddies from upstate that drove all the way from upstate. They have like a huge sound system, and they loaded it into the back of their pickup truck, and we walked it right on.
And so you set up there, and what do you put some lights up and things?
Actually, it's a walkway, so it's already very well lit, and you've got the train passing by, and so all you really need is the sound.
And what's the ambiance? In other words, it's just the cars passing by. You're on a bridge. What time in the morning is it when you start the party?
What time in the morning?
Yeah.
No, it was at night. We started at 9 p.m.
You did?
Yeah, we went from 9 p.m. until 1 in the morning.
And did you make it all the way through to 1 in the morning?
Oh yeah, we made it. We thought we were gonna make it till sunrise, but
right.
we made it till 1 in the morning. I mean,
by the way, you realize it's crazy what you did because it could cause an accident or somebody could get hurt. You know what I mean?
In what sense though? Like I remember I was on Good Day New York, and Rosanna Scotto said, what if someone wants to get drunk and climbs up and onto the scaffold?
Right.
Well, I feel like a person should know. It's their life. They should take into responsibility whether they're at my party on the Manhattan Bridge or whether they're home.
But with lawyers, you'd be responsible.
I agree. But I wish that wasn't how the logic was. Because if a person is drunk, they should be responsible for their own lives, and they shouldn't be climbing things. Regardless,
are you providing the alcohol?
No.
People out bring your own?
Yeah, the only thing I provide is music.
How do you make money doing that, though? Do you charge admission?
No money is made.
What was the idea then? What was the impetus for doing it?
I've told everyone that this was my 5th party, but actually counting, I realized that this is actually my 7th party.
Right.
In this year.
Do you love parties?
Do I love parties? It's not so much that I love parties. It's more that I hate like New York City clubs,
right.
and kids in my neighborhood and kids in Brooklyn in general. There's not really an alternative to spending.
Why do you hate clubs? I mean, honestly, is it because they're too corporate or something?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just I'm all about this thing. Like, listen, that like we're all like human beings. We should be helping each other. And
sound like David Arquette a little bit. That's his whole thing.
It's the love time, right?
Love, all about love.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it really is all about love,
Right, cool.
And
me too.
Yeah, I know.
Kindness.
And so like this whole concept that girls are getting like so dressed up to go impress guys, you know, that they don't even care about, and these guys are trying to meet these girls that don't even want to talk to them, and it's like, you know, but we're on the Manhattan Bridge. It's just like a total land of, you know, not giving a crap about anything.
So it's a type of person that the clubs attract. Like it's kind of like it's turned into a cliche, and now all of a sudden, when you go out on the bridge, everybody's free.
Everyone is welcome here. You know,
it's like Woodstock.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Actually, you know, that was a really big inspiration. I love how that entire thing unfolded.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. And
so you don't turn people away.
No. No, nobody
There's
gets turned
no
away.
line.
The only, there's no line. The only reason anyone would ever get turned away, I'm thinking in the future, is if just the space. I mean, I'm sure they will find a way to fit inside the space, but you know, it's just simply that limitation.
Dude, you got a lot going on for 19. I was such a fucking dickhead when at 19.
You could hardly talk.
Yeah, you must get tons of pussy, huh?
Right now, I have a beautiful girl.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How long have you had her?
Like half a year.
Oh, no shit.
But I've
exclusive.
Yeah, but
what is she, a model or something?
She's pretty.
Yeah.
She's really pretty.
She's
But I've never had a girlfriend before.
No?
No, first girlfriend.
But you bang a lot of chicks? I can see a kid like this, good-looking dude. He's, you know,
absolutely, with money.
He's got crap going on. You know,
you know, nobody ever knows like that I have any money. In fact, like when I took out my girl the first few times, I picked her up and I have this like beat up Honda Civic that I use. Yeah, that I use to, you know, you got to do a test. You know, like in the movie, what is that, A Bronx Tale?
Right.
You know, he says that you got to do the door test.
Right.
You know, if she wins open and opens up the door, she's a good girl.
So she goes out. You play pauper. You act like you're just a 19-year-old student or something.
Yeah.
You pick her up in a shitty car, and she digs you.
It depends what you're interested in, honestly.
But when do you reveal the office and the nice car? How long do you wait?
How long do I wait? Until I feel like it's right. Until well, listen. If I
what kind of car do you really have? Like, what's your good car?
A Maserati.
Oh, look at you.
So then the Maserati comes out, and you're like, "That's kind of a cool move." And all of a sudden, you go, "I have something to tell you."
I feel like that. I feel like that.
It's like Superman. Yeah. I'm Alex Xander.
Yeah, but you know, like it depends on what your intentions are. Anybody can drive down the street in a flashy car and have everybody look at them. They're not looking at you. You could be a douchebag. They're looking at your car.
So you mean you did this whole party thing just because you hate clubs, and now you got to go to court over it? Is it costing you a bunch of money to get a lawyer and all that? It's got to be, right?
Well, I've had a bunch of lawyers reach out to me.
Yeah.
And my sister's a lawyer, and all her friends are lawyers. So, you know.
You're getting free legal representation?
Yeah, and she's 10 years older than me, so I was getting into trouble from when I was a kid. So it all turned out like very good.
What charges are you facing?
All misdemeanors.
Right.
Hopefully we'll be able to knock them down to violations. So
when are you going to court? Because maybe we'll throw a party outside the courthouse.
I would love to see you there.
I might be throwing a party of my own. So you've done this like 7 times. You've thrown parties, but the Manhattan Bridge was the most outrageous place. But you also use like what, fields and things like that?
We've done fields. Airport hangars, boats.
And tons of people show up. And how do I get on the list to find about these parties? I need to go somewhere.
It's like one of those things. It's like for those that know.
What do you have, a Facebook page?
Yeah, we've got a Facebook page, but
how am I supposed to be in the know? I'm a fucking old man. I mean, what am I supposed to be knowing? I got to get with the kids. I want to party with these 19-year-olds.
Brother, you're more than welcome.
Right? Yeah, definitely. I can fucking get laid over there, right? So you got a Facebook. So wait a second. For more information on Alex Xander, go to facebook.com/the Xander Experience.
Yeah.
Xander.
Yeah.
So that's where you find out about the parties.
So we'll you go onto the page, and we have like this system where you have to message us and ask us, like it'll be open that we're throwing a party,
right.
But not everyone will get the address. So like we have like a pre-confirmed thing, like guests that have attended before.
Yeah.
You know, they'll automatically be accepted, but guests that are new, you have to kind of go like, oh, who do you know?
So this is just for fun. There's no money involved.
No money.
Wow.
I pay for everything, and what
else you got going on besides this airplane thing, bringing in cash? I mean, did you go to college?
No. I mean, I went for about a month.
You went for a month, and then you started that the toy airplane business.
I've been doing that since I went to Toy Fair for the first time when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
At the Javits Center, and I had to write like a letter to the company that was throwing Toy Fair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, I'm 16. but I really need to be here. And they had this really strict thing where they had said you have to be 18 years old, and they said, okay, we'll let you in, but you have to wear a pin that says special guest.
Wow.
Because they didn't want anyone there under 18.
Well, why? They can't handle it.
They couldn't handle it. They
Do you
weren't
own
ready
a
for it.
factory in China?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Well, somebody's got to make those little airplanes.
But he owns the factory.
Yeah, I just got back.
You got back from China?
Yeah, I was there for about 3 weeks.
Got any slaves?
How much does it cost to buy a factory?
Yeah, how much money do you need to buy a factory? That's awesome. I might buy one of those.
Listen, not as much as you would think. Real estate prices there are significantly
way lower. Yeah.
Like for example, when I have a huge space there, and like I'll just throw out a hypothetical number, and they told me I have a guy over there that runs everything, and he's like, well, it's going to be $30,000,
and
I'm like, per month? He said no, for the year. For the year, for
Wow.
a 3-4 place. You know, so real estate is
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's much cheaper to do business over there, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, America sucks for consumer goods. I used to be all about what's
America.
Made in America.
Yeah,
and
made in
all that?
America.
Right.
But the stuff that I could do there in a week, here it takes months, and here they give you a harder time, charge you 20 times more. America is good for creativity.
Yes.
And design services and anything service related. But in terms of consumer goods, China is absolutely the
Did you
way
learn
to
to
go.
speak Chinese?
No, I learned like cheers.
Right.
And
What else you got going on beside these toy airplanes? You got any other products coming out?
Sure. I've got this one item that we're releasing right now. It's called the Wallet Ninja. It's like this multi-tool, fits inside of your wallet.
Go ahead.
You want to see one?
Yeah, let me see. What is that?
So
what you're up to. So
I think I left it in the other.
What's it called? Multi Ninja?
No, it's called the Wallet Ninja. I left it in the other room. It has 16 tools in one, and it's in the size of a credit card.
Like
So
a Swiss Army knife type deal?
A Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Imagine, we can't use that name because that's
Right.
actually a trademark name, but it's in the size of a credit card. It's a metal piece that goes inside your credit card, and it has like all of those features. And it's TSA approved, so you can take it with you.
Well,
You
look
can take
at
it with you on the plane.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
yeah.
look at that. Let me see. Maybe I'll get in this.
I'll get you one of those.
Oh, look at that thing.
Where
do you make these, in China?
Yeah, those we actually make in our own place. That's made out of 4 times heat treated steel. Like, try to bend that sucker.
Yeah, and it's got a cell phone stand in there and all kinds of stuff, huh? Look
Yeah.
at you, 19, a little entrepreneur. Kind of dig that. Let me see what other businesses you had.
Yeah, he doesn't need college. He could teach college.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what do you need college for? Let me see. What else did you do when you were a kid? Let's see what. Because I feel like an underachiever. Alex's best-selling product is the Super Looper, a toy plane that you toss, which boomerangs back to you. I've seen that. Alex was top of his class in high school. Yeah, I bet. Oh, you were accepted to Ivy League schools, but you said, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't need school. At age 11, Alex made his first 10 grand by selling a DVD online of himself teaching a levitation trick.
That's a funny one.
Teach me that. Is that hard to do, levitation trick?
It's not hard to do when you know how to. It was a total scam. It's not hard to do when you know how to jump off of a set of stairs and reverse the video.
Oh, that was a trick.
and it was, you know, Lance Burton, the master magician out in Las Vegas. She knows.
Yeah.
And he called me when I was like, because I was getting like all sorts of calls of people going like, oh, we're gonna sue the hell out of you. I was selling this DVD for $100 each.
Right.
Filmed this in my bedroom. Found some guy off of Craigslist. We hung up a bed sheet.
Right.
And we were selling this DVD for $100.
Wow.
$100 each. Sold 100 copies in a week. And basically, I was getting a bunch of at 11 years old, it was a lot of pressure, man. Getting a lot of threats and I'm going to kill you. And,
Yeah, I bet. I'd be pissed if I got a video from little fucking Peckerhead telling me for $100 you can teach me how to levitate, and then you roll the video backwards.
I mean, what are you doing sending $100 to an 11-year-old kid?
Well, I'll tell you, that's some story. Well, Rob, maybe we'll go to one of these parties.
Yeah, we got to see what's going on.
You guys
Maybe we'll start throwing them.
Are your parents?
But what is the point of the party? You
have
like
fun.
parties?
Yeah,
just
that's
to
it.
have fun and meet people.
I get it,
whatever.
because these chicks, they go to the club.
Oh, here we go.
And then these
they don't want to
dudes,
talk to the guys at
They
the
don't want to
club.
talk to anyone like this. We're just chilling and hanging out, smoke some weed, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, we're banging. Right? It's like free love. It's the whole thing.
I mean, we have some free love here also. You know, so some of that happens here also. It's more about just like this general concept. Like,
were your parents pissed when you got arrested?
Well, all right. So I'm a Russian Jew, right? So I have parents that grew up during the times of, if you listen to if they listen to you,
right,
in like I don't know the 80s, they would get thrown in jail. These are the times.
So they're nervous about the police and everything.
So in Russia, when they hear something like arrest or whatever, it's not like arrest here, where people here get arrested every day. It's like nothing. It's like oh, what'd you do today? Oh, I got arrested. I had a coffee. Whatever. So it's
in Russia, you get arrested, they never hear from you.
Never see you again.
You ship you off to Siberia.
Exactly. So they were clearly and obviously very nervous and worried, especially the first day. I decided, I'm not going to sleep home tonight. I went somewhere else.
They were pissed.
Yeah, but they woke up in the morning, they open up the New York Post, they see a beautiful 2-page spread.
Right.
And they're like, wow, this is something.
A son knows how to work police.
Yeah.
Do you support your parents financially?
I help.
You do? You help out?
Absolutely.
Well, a good son that way. I'll tell you that, right?
Listen, you got to give, not only do I support my parents, I help everyone that's ever helped me.
So at some point, if you're supporting your parents, you should be able to bang your girlfriend at the house.
At some point. We'll work out some sort of agreement. I don't know how happy my mom will be about that, but we'll work out
What's your girlfriend do? Is she a model?
She has modeled.
No kidding. Is she older than you?
Yeah, she's older.
How old is she?
22.
Look at you.